We
I was in the
open.
wrong position.
We open with a hard cut onto a sprawling, blood-soaked battlefield. Great blue pennants and war banners whip in the island wind, and the thunderous sounds of steel crashing against steel almost drown out the screams of the wounded. We can see only vague outlines of individual fighters as the day has turned dark and ominous, and rain pelts down from on high in solid torrents. Another hard cut shows Lord Sigurd Harper, a red-maned warrior in gilded armor, hacking and hewing with a radiant white sword. His foes are off-screen. All we see are bits and pieces of red skin and coal-black mail being rent apart as Sigurd swings. We get a sudden close-up of Sigurd's blood-smeared face, his blue eyes fierce and aflame with battle rage. "Gods!" he cries. "There's no end to them! Kira, where the blazes is August?" An elven woman, fair-skinned with braids of golden hair flowing down her shoulders, presses her back against Sigurd's and lets loose a volley of magic missiles into the crowd of foes surging around them. "He's yet to take the field," she yells. Her skimpy robes whip wildly around her as the winds of magic coalesce around her hands in searing sprays of arcane fire. "Most of our forces are still struggling just to push through his vanguard." "We have to find the Blackheart," Sigurd bellows. "This won't end until—" And he's cut off suddenly. The camera cuts back to a bird's-eye view of the battlefield, but this time we can see what, to us, the audience, would look like a nuclear bomb, or perhaps a residium bomb, going off in the very heavens. A shockwave of white light blasts down from on high, silent for the first few seconds before we hear a deafening roar. As the screen goes black, we get a subtitle. Several centuries later.
And that's how we blew up the huge mountain.
And so, we return to our intrepid heroes beneath the castle Sigurd and his fighting force marched out from. This castle is ancient, elvish of make, and crumbling in on itself, yet below is a vast, sprawling complex of ancient halls that now play home to demons, the very force that its occupants once strived to stop 1,000 years ago. Merisiel has found her mother, the party has found Lord Winter, and Kreshia has found the Demon Queen. And we will open on the two of them. Kreshia had been interested in speaking to her, and Kreshia seems open to the idea. Currently she's washing her face in this basin of almost ice-cold water. But she's letting you speak if you have questions for her.
Okay, then. I suppose the answer is, how did she get here? Like, first of all, because so far everything I've learned about, drawing a demon out of the abyss is that it breaks their mind and turns them into what is commonly recognized as a chaotic evil nightmare.
Ariska just smiles at that. You can see her reflection in the water, and she shakes her head. "No, no, my dear. You've got it all wrong, as so many other mortals do. It's not the summoning that breaks my kin, but the flood of emotions they feel. Where I am from, the darkness of the abyss, all is still and silence. There is no feeling, no passage of time, only a contemplative existence, catching mere glimpses of your world."
So I suppose then, still the question stands, how did this not harm you?
"Because I was summoned out of love."
Were you met in the abyss first before you were called?
Something like that. As she finishes washing her face and pulls back her red hair, you can see a tiny little silver locket hangs around her neck, plunging into her like one-piece suit. You think it might be some sort of holy symbol. It's the same kind of device that Mithglin and Marcus would wear, but you can't see the exact crest itself yet.
I can probably hazard a guess at Taeleer.
Do you say so out loud?
Yeah, I'll nod towards that locket.
Yeah, she'll smile and nod, taking it out and looking at the little staff symbol, and says, "Yes, I don't know if I was the first, but I was among them, called to this world. The gods can walk in our world as well, though they find it an abrasive experience, to say the least. The Italian walked amongst us, and we met and talked for some time."
Interesting. I guess she'll gesture then pointedly to the rest of the court. I know that then that you have a large number of demons about. Are they similarly drawn, or are they bound? I can't imagine they're all children.
Not all, but most, and yes. The demons we collect here are those who have kept their minds intact through their summonings. I would never press upon one of my kin to come here. But, she shrugs lightly, not all share my morals.
Understandable. I suppose it's something that I've always wondered about. I used to study it, admittedly from a more clinical standpoint, and libraries aren't quite as good at passing the information on originally.
Especially when it's all wrong.
Also that, yes. I'm now realizing I'm going to have to rewrite like 3 theses, which is going to take forever, but oh well.
She puts a hand on your shoulder, and the mere contact sends little electric shocks of pleasure through your clothes and into your skin. And she gives you a little grin and says, "Well, don't go spreading it too far. There are enough fools already who think to draw my kin out to serve as their pleasure slaves or warriors. Few indeed will not bind a demon once summoned. The temptation is just too great for you mortals."
Yes, and I say I've got the capacity myself, but not to learn how to do so. Not a spell I've ever casted, though. And indeed, it seems like that would be rather unfair. They wouldn't get a chance to, well, be sane, I suppose.
Well, that all depends on you, doesn't it?
I mean, I like to think that I'm a nice person, but I also don't know if you can just approach the whole idea of summoning a creature on happy thoughts and just thinking that it's not going to fuck them up.
Why, that, my dear, is exactly how it works.
Of course, although it still bears in mind me casting the spell, hoping that I'm able to pull it off, which, if I fail and it, fucks their brain up, is really not fair on them.
You misunderstand. If hope is in your heart when you cast the spell, then hope will shine eternal. Ah, and we have a friend. Hello,
Hey, Frida.
little goat.
Hello. I thought somebody called.
Ah, you probably heard happy thoughts and hope.
Oh.
Frida is the master demon summoner. No demon she summons is going to ever have its mind broken by the abyss. They were all too joyed.
Oh, sorry, teachers. I actually thought somebody called, so.
Oh no, it's okay. Indeed, you might be able to help in the future with summoning demons and not breaking their minds, because you, as ever, my dear, are the beacon of happy thoughts.
Why would you want to break somebody's mind? That's a horrible thing to do.
Exactly, and what I want to do is not break her mind, which is technically what demon summoning does at the moment.
What it can
Why
do.
would you want...
Well, will likely do, I suppose.
Well, if them don't summon demons, that way they don't have to, risk being hurt like that.
Exactly, that's why I kind of haven't done it myself yet.
Indeed.
I was hoping there would be a more sure art to it, but such is the way. And yeah, after that, Kreshia will just sort of discuss, I suppose, the more magical minutiae of like, summoning and also demons existing, and possibly about other types that she hasn't seen before, because there is a whole smorgasbord, but all she's met before are those blackguards, some succubi, an incubus, and what was the faun? The guy who was disguised as a faun, technically.
He was a spirit of curiosity.
I don't know that I deduced that one correctly at the time, so I won't. I'll mention that there was another, but I didn't recognize what it was.
Don't forget the one that went bad shit.
Ah,
Tried to
yeah.
kill the guy.
Yeah, indeed. A number of those matters too. It seems a number of them have received your summons, so to speak, but they haven't really kept it all together, I suppose.
No.
It's kind of a shame.
We sent the summons out to all demons walking the realms. Those that are sane and those who are not. It's a pity that some who weren't of sound mind received it, but even they would have been welcome in these halls.
Understandable. Say, I've got a question. Probably a little bit of an outside one. Do you know why elves aren't pale anymore?
Well, that's an easy one. You spent 1,000 years down under the surface. I think you changed yourselves.
Just to suit the shadows?
She nods.
Huh. Simple. Makes sense. I always figured it was some kind of magical reaction that occurred at the time of most of us. Initial little motion.
Oh, I mean, of course your kind consorted with demons and had themselves banished into the ground, but I'm sure that had nothing to do with it.
Kreshia will shrug. As I say, God, there's no real conclusive on that one. I was wondering if you had another outside eye on the whole thing.
Unfortunately, I'm a bit too outside, otherwise I feel my husband would have dug deep and greedily into the earth and rooted your kind out long ago.
That would have been unfortunate, especially for the whole there not being born thing. Kreshia will smirk at the non-committal noise. Fair enough. Yeah. Otherwise, for now, yeah, she'll just exchange small talk.
Alright, and you
smoke
said
and drink.
specifically like magical small talk, yeah?
Yeah. Getting educated is always good.
Okay, why don't you roll me an Arcana check?
I would love to. I think I might spend inspiration on it.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck.
Alright. Well, you don't glean anything of particular note here, other than Arishka will say that while most modern demon summoning rituals demand the sacrifice of blood, life's blood, that was not always the case. She remembers she was summoned without such darkness in the heart of her binder, such as he was.
How was it done? I'd be interested in being able to, cut that requirement out.
This wonderful little blue powder that used to be oh
Crap.
so common.
Oh, Residium.
Damn.
'Tis the lifeblood of the world. What better sacrifice indeed?
It would have been nice if it was something cheaper, like, I don't know, copper dust.
Well, peasants are cheap. And she'll flash you a
They-
wicked grin, like, she's not serious, but
Yeah, and
she just
then
wanted a
Kreshia was
reaction.
shocked. They are cheaper than Residium, I'll give you that. But still, something I intend to. I mean, I've always wondered if the caster can use themselves to do it without actually dying. They'd probably have to suffer a pint or two in the process, but
No, no. It must be life's blood.
I wonder if you could
dang.
tap. I wonder if you could tap a ley line instead of Residium or blood or death.
So before we answer that question, let's backtrack a bit for Mary here. For you started out here with Frida,
Okay.
and I believe Zanza as well, talking to the heroes of Shutterpike and their bodyguards. Is there anything any of the three of you wish to ask amongst the OG Sav&D heroes?
I want to know. Well, I would like to know what my mother's plans are when we come back when she comes home. She left very suddenly, and things were kind of a mess for a little bit. And then we got another queen on the throne, one of her granddaughters on the throne. If she comes back, would she want to retake her throne? Because honestly, I could kind of use that.
No, I don't think Skeza will. It's time to let new blood rule. She's going to continue serving as the champion of Taeleer. Focus herself on her duties of faith.
That's unfortunate. We could really use that her level of leadership. She's kind of a war hero and kind of a big deal to a lot of people.
Then wouldn't she be of better use leading the charge as a Grand Knight?
I guess so. In the field and in the public eye, that would probably be good a lot. Would be really good.
All right, so question. Is this Sieg's mortal parent or
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, instead of lightning training, it will be sword training request.
Okay. She will look between you and like the bloodied bandages around her midriff and basically tell you to fuck off.
Oh, right. Hmm.
Nope. Go.
Yeah, and then the goatening. She will ask you
Yes.
how Sieg is, since you clearly know her.
Last I saw her, she was doing very well. She went off to go help in the efforts of trying to wrangle up the mess that the world is in.
Well, that gladdens her heart, though she is a bit miffed that she isn't here rescuing her. What good's a kid if they just sit around doing nothing?
I mean, I'm sure whatever she's doing right now is very much important. She could be saving the world from yet another catastrophe. I wouldn't be surprised if there were multiple of them at this point.
You are more right than you think. And then, over here, Marcus, you are still standing in the center of the room as your companions have dispersed. Kalen, your fellow paladin, is standing just before Winter's Throne speaking with the man himself, but your eyes are drawn to this woman, thus far silent in your conversations. She seems human enough in priestly garb, with dark red hair and long fangs that would suggest she, like Winter, is a vampire, but you can't shake the suspicion that you've seen her before, much like the other vampire on the surface. Would you please make me a religion check?
pull up the old character sheet here.
Oh,
Excellent.
right. That's an intelligence thing.
Alright, yeah, no, you can't quite place it, but the feeling of familiarity is biting at you.
Huh. It's weird. Excuse me, miss. Feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Do you happen to go to the Holy Saint School for Crusaders in Training? This would have been, 1,000 or so years ago for Kanara.
She seems to think on that a moment, and then says, perhaps I have. And who are you again? I believe your name was Marcus something?
Yes, that's quite right. Except instead of something, it's Shah. I knew a something once. He was a very nice fellow.
Ah, my mistake, she says humorlessly. She clasps her hands before herself and looks down upon you from her perch and says, You are far out of your time, Sir Knight.
Yes, I've been told that. Just one of those things. I expect I'll catch up eventually. Time keeps on going, so shouldn't be long now.
I'm sure. Still, if my instincts are true, you took the more pleasant route to this time than myself and dear August here. She'll incline a head to Winter.
Well, I don't have a whole ton of memories about being a statue, but I expect, being underground probably saved me a lot of embarrassment with, birds and such.
So, tell me, Knight, what is the last thing you remember?
Well, let's see. My companions and I were headed down into a cavern to do some good. I believe I was supposed to be doing some kind of cleaning stuff at the school, but when victory and conquest and all that cool stuff calls you, you gotta answer the call. You gotta go out and adventure. It's no good studying books and listening to sermons if you're not gonna put that to the test. So we kind of went out and, I say friends, but I guess I kind of didn't really know them that well. They were just a group of people at a bar that were looking for someone to help out. And, I don't really remember their names. It's been a long time now. I'm pretty sure they must have given me their names at one point, though. It all seemed very important. They assured me it was for the good of the land, and there was terrible evil to be found down there, so...
Yes, of course, I'm sure the world is much better off without another basilisk or Medusa wandering the realms.
Well, I think it was some kind of mushroom people. Well, at least people on mushrooms, anyway.
Interesting.
Now, what you do in the privacy of your own home, that's your business, I suppose. But when you're indiscriminately doing psychotropic drugs in a public setting like a ruin steep under the city, I guess this would have been the main city, before the rest of the city got built over it. Anyway, when you're doing stuff like that, it endangers the people around you,
Oh, of course. How very rude of them.
Well, they seemed intent on, I don't know, some kind of feast kind of thing. Very into mushrooms. Personally, I'm not a fan. I can appreciate what they do for, a good stew or the topping for a salad. And I've even seen people use them to good effect on steaks, but frankly, they've never been my cup of tea. Prefer good spice. Get a dry rub going. Oh my goodness. That'll do you.
You see the woman lick her lips hungrily, but there's a faint sigh and her shoulders slump a bit.
I don't see a lot of feasting halls here. Is that in the back, or what do you guys do? Seems difficult to get, food down here.
My kind don't require sustenance in the same way you do.
Oh, right. The vampire thing. Hey, actually, we were talking about vampires before we came over here. Maybe you could sate my curiosity. 'Cause there's a whole lot of things that, get said about vampires being weak to this, that, or the other, but no one's ever really sure, so I don't know. You got a couple of minutes? Run some things by you?
No, I don't feel particularly inclined to share my mortal weaknesses with you, young man.
Oh, well, I guess that's fine. No worries.
It is very brave of you to ask, though,
I suppose so.
considering the two most powerful entities on your world are sitting next to you, both vampires, both keenly hungry, and yet you ask how best to kill us.
Well, I didn't say how to kill you. It was more about, weaknesses. It was more from an academic standpoint, but like I say, academics aren't everything.
Oh, of course.
I do take exception to you saying the most powerful entities, because I assure you, the gods are far more powerful than your friends there, and they don't appear to be in attendance. Or at least not all of them, anyway.
Woman will just smirk and say, "You have been away a while. August
Well, yeah.
here killed a god. Now,
I mean, but it was probably like a little one, like a straggler god or something, right?
the god of magic, patron deity of the elves, leader
Oh,
of the
well, there you
pantheon."
go. Scrawny arms probably couldn't put up much of a fight. You just sort of push him over, take his lunch money. Not that I'd ever do that, Just saying. I saw other
Oh
people
my
doing
God.
it.
I can't tell if you're incredibly stupid or incredibly charming.
I get that a lot.
Perhaps a bit of both. But I've been rude. I am Rowan Seraphine, Archpriestess of Woevar, the Sun Lord.
Oh, it's kind of funny. Sun Lord, but you're vampires, so you can't go out in the sun. So, how's that work
Yes,
out?
the irony is not lost on me.
Did you guys just use like a mirror or something?
It has been a long time since I gave worship to the sun. Not since your time, I imagine.
Well, if you're not really worshipping him, then you're not really head priestess anymore, right?
No one has come to relieve me of my title, so until such
fair.
time, I remain.
So you're not exactly making it super easy. You guys are pretty far down here. I mean, we're kind of teleported, so I don't know how many steps are involved, but I would say at
Quite a
least like
lot.
20, right?
It's quite a ways down, but I'm sure if the Sun Father so desired my demise, he could send his paladin armies, unless he too fears to be slain in his sleep.
I mean, couldn't he also just send the sun? It's really big, it's hard to slay.
Well, perhaps if he doesn't mind extinguishing all life.
Yeah, about that, since we're on the topic, so your buddy over there was talking about these giant guys, and that got me thinking, giant is kind of a relative term, because I'm giant compared to an ant. So when these people named them, I don't suppose it was like a bunch of, halflings or somebody who's looking up really far, and so these giants are only like, 12 feet tall or something, huh?
No, they're quite large, even by our standards. They'd easily be
So-
2.5, perhaps 3 of you stacked on top of each other.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not as bad as I was expecting. I'd sort of see my halberd here, reaches up pretty good. So even if they're 3 times my height, I could sort of poke them in the belly. That'd probably do really, really, get them going.
I'm sure they would be most perturbed by that. Better to stab them in the belly than just to be an ankle biter like your friends. She looks pointedly at Zanza, who's just nagging Lord Winter about whatever.
I don't know about ankle biter. I haven't seen him bite any ankles. I did see him bite the back of a girl's neck one time, but I think that was a weird sexual thing. Anyway, yeah, I was, really concerned that these giants you were talking about would be like, I don't know, 50 feet tall or, 7 stories. Something gonna really make a big boom when they fall over.
Oh, don't
less
worry.
concerned.
Those giants are long gone.
Fair enough. I don't suppose you know anything about those giants. I don't see any in attendance, so it wouldn't be rude to ask if they have weaknesses, right?
No, it would not. I would be just as happy to see them all dead as anything else. August has different opinions on the subject, but be that as it may. I suggest you try stabbing them, perhaps throwing spells at them.
Huh. They're supposed to be big apocalyptic guys. You'd think someone would have tried that by now.
Perhaps they have, and didn't work. Whoever has tried is not around to tell us.
Kind of raises the question if they kill anyone who comes across them. Who lives to tell the tales, huh?
Precisely. We only know of them thanks to archaeology. The elves here were quite extensive readers, recoverers of lost lore even in their day.
I guess that's true. They could have been writing it down, being like, oh god, I'm being killed by a giant. Won't someone please stop it? And then, they get killed, but the book remains. So,
Precisely.
There you go. Yay, literacy.
'Tis a skill, indeed. She, looks at you like, I wonder if he can read. And just kind of chuckles to herself. So, Zanza, what are you nagging Lord Winter about? He's sitting on his throne and he's having a conversation with Kaelin Duskrender, and then you.
Oh wait, I'll wait
on.
for the actual conversation with Caitlin to go away or be done.
That'll be like a good hour or two. So,
What are they talking about? Just out of curiosity.
do you want to make it obvious that you're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, or are you stealthily eavesdropping?
I mean, we're in the main hall, and he hasn't banished anybody away for a private conversation.
No, but he is having a private conversation. They're, speaking quietly to each other.
Fine, whatever. I'll be polite and wait off to the side.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to, I'm saying.
I have long ears, though.
Yeah, you do.
Long distance ear check.
Yeah, you can make a perception check, sure.
I wonder what their conversation is about.
Well, if I roll good, I'll get some insights on
We
that.
just see Sansa's ears pop up like periscopes. Doppler effect.
I don't think it's that you can't hear them so much as when you, twitch your ears and sort of lean in a little bit, one of the blackguards behind you just grabs the other ear and yanks it. Mind your manners.
Ow! What? I can't help but be curious.
Be curious elsewhere. Father's having a discussion.
Zanza will just pout.
Alright, so Zanza's waiting, so let's hop to Mary. As you have come over to join Arishka and Kreshia. And when you arrive, Arishka will give you a little incline of her head and say, "There you are, granddaughter."
I'm going to give Kreshia a big hug. And then I'm going to go over and give Arishka a big.
She seems momentarily taken aback by that, but then you hear a soft little giggle, and then she'll put her arms around you and give you a hug.
Save against succubus boner.
Yeah, make a charisma save, Mary.
Oh, jeez. Uh-oh.
Oh, this could get very awkward now.
Oh no, Grandma.
Oh boy.
What was that? What check
Oh
was
no,
it
it
again?
seems that you're a
Charisma?
genius.
Charisma saving throw, yes.
Wow, my charisma saving throw was really good. Holy shit.
You
Why is
are a
it?
warlock.
Why is it
You
really
are
good?
a
Because
I
you're a
guess that's
warlock.
true. Eh.
It's sufficient to not embarrass yourself as that little shock of pleasure not only just like zaps through you, but just keeps going as Arishka's arms are around you.
Oh, I should have expected that from. Then again,
The Queen of Succubi.
yeah. I mean, I've
Sorry, the
read. I
succubus
mean,
queen of
I've heard.
demons.
I've heard things, but it's one thing to read about something, then another thing is to learn about it firsthand.
I got a pat on the shoulder and it put a tickle in my pickle.
Interesting. I didn't realize it would be so abrupt.
Arishka will just laugh and say, "I'm right here, you know. And
Sorry.
if you'd like
shouldn't
to
have said
find
that.
a more extensive study of my abilities, you're welcome to accompany me downstairs."
Kreshia will try really hard to keep her tail from wagging too hard. Oh,
Aren't you related?
I'm not related to her.
Uh,
She'll just smile and lean back against the stonework.
I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to keep up. Shifty eyes.
Well, that's not where I thought this conversation was going to go.
Zanza just walks in and goes, "Oh well, I can use some practice before the Barbarian Queen." No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we fucking throw Zanza to the fire, and it's like, all right, work those magic hands to penetrate her DR. Penetrate her DR so deep.
I'm not sure how much your husband would appreciate that. You might, although I don't know the man.
Oh, please.
Don't know grandfather particular.
I'm a succubus. If he was the jealous type, this would never have worked out.
I suppose that.
Here's the question, though. Does he like to watch? Because I find it personally a bit unnerving.
She just, like, flashes her eyes over to you and laughs. He is a master of scrying, but no.
Oh god, that would be so strange, especially if you were to like start scrying at the throne and someone just leans in like, "Hey, what are you looking at?" And be like, "Oh, nothing."
I mean, he did accidentally when we were on the airship and we had that fight. He didn't seem particularly pleased about accidentally seeing us.
That is true.
August has always been a bit of a
I
prude.
posted.
Don't mind him.
Fair enough.
It's safe for work, Savin.
Let's have a
Oh,
look
God.
here.
What could this possibly
Oh
be?
god, what the fuck?
Oh God.
Nah,
Good choice.
nah.
Oh.
I just prefer the fucking death clock. The death clock clip of Huel
G-MILF.
back home as what we would call a G-MILF.
It means something completely different when you're an immortal, ageless being.
True. Kreshia is so confronted with her mortality. Even her children will be
Oh.
immortal.
Poor
Zanza
dear.
will outlive her.
I
Well,
know,
I
that's
mean,
the
to be
frightening-
fair, Zenza will probably
well, I
just
mean,
fall to his death at some point.
Do you
off the
really
cliff.
think Zanza will outlive you? I mean, do you really think that?
I don't know. That's fair.
Hey man, all I'm saying is that if you count how many times I've been down recently to how many times you've been down, the numbers are in my
it's-
odds.
You do play
Yeah.
things very fast and loose.
I, on the
Don't
other hand,
worry.
just get dumpster cunted by dice. And now Kreshia will get
Don't
dumpster
worry.
cunted by the dice of life.
Yeah, and now it's time to see if you can get guns or cunted by the Demon Queen.
Here's the
So,
thing,
you know-
though, don't worry. Kreshia will outlive Frida.
No, Frida's the best.
No, I don't think
never gonna
that's. I don't think that's true.
She
Nope.
will outlive Frida
Well,
being a
okay,
tiny
he-
little goat and be probably on her deathbed as Frida morphs into a MILF goat.
No,
It's like I
mean,
just
the
reach
fact
up with
that
one
she's
weathered hand and place it on your cheek and go, "You were the happy of us. And also, you are really, really hot now."
Right. Not working. Blood going somewhere
Please,
else.
I need this blood for my aging heart, but it's only going to my boner. Why did I take all those pills?
Oh God. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway,
She always wanted to go out on top.
Oh God. All right. So,
Anyway.
Mary, now that that awkward wedge has been driven
so it's
into the
really
conversation,
nice to meet you, Grandma.
she'll snigger
I'm
as
not
you
that
try to
bad.
redirect things back on topic and say, "And you as well. You know,
I
we've met
didn't-
before, though you were still very, very small at the time."
Did we?
Yes. Your dear mother was sweet enough to let me come visit. Disguised, of course. I don't blame you for not remembering.
Disguised. How small was I?
Oh, about yay big, and she'll put a hand up to, like, Mary's hip.
I
It's
mean, I
the
remember
cutest little
I remember
thing.
being. I remember being taught sign language by Celandry when I was that old. Disguised. What was your disguise? Maybe I do remember, and I just don't realize it.
Right. Mary, make an intelligence check. See if your memory does indeed serve you well.
Intelligence check. I mean, I'm not an idiot. Mary's not a. It's. Hey, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, alright. So, as Arishka talks, you remember back to your childhood, shortly after your mother became Queen of the Hobgoblins. She received a visit from someone, a knight of great renown, she said, who would like to see you, and they had a long conversation before the knight came and played with you for a bit. You never caught her name or why she would be interested in you, but she seemed quite nice and left you with a present, which was
Present.
one of your favorite toys growing up.
Aww.
That was you? Oh my gosh.
Erishka smiles.
I always kept that present you gave me. It was one of my favorites.
Gosh, I remember you bringing that to sleepovers.
Oh.
I'm glad. I'm honestly quite surprised your mother never told you of your relations, or at least with her wife's. She seems sad for a moment, then shrugs. Oh well, I suppose it would be rather scandalous for a paladin to be so closely related to demons. How would people react?
Well, as far as I know, the only real connection to that is Taeleer. At least I think so. Unless there are some other gaps that I don't know about.
She looks at you curiously for a moment. How do you think we're related?
Well, you and you and August are
Mm-mm.
together.
Nope.
No,
Mm-mm.
don't use that word.
No, just wrong person. Think a little bit further back.
Italian? That's a bit of a step, maybe.
No. Correct.
Ooh.
Italian and I, in our short-lived tryst, after I joined the mortal world, had a daughter. Her name, of course, was Taeleer.
Right. Mom.
Yes, there you go.
She's not. I mean, I know she's not real. I know she's not really my mom, but she was there. I mean, she's really the one who raised me. And
You're
so
the one
she's
who's
my
being a
mom in
big
all the way.
adventurer.
I understand why she wasn't around. I I know she had more responsibilities than she reasonably should have had, and I know it was all really important, but I don't hold anything against her for it. Callie was the one who raised me, and she's my mother in all the ways that really matter. It may not be blood, but she's my mom,
Indeed.
and that makes you my grandma.
She smiles and nods. That is exactly correct, my dear.
One day I'll find my mum, Dad.
Oh, that's right. You share the same kind of issue.
Yep.
Kreshia here doesn't know her sire either.
I know that
Much
they
like I don't know
were
mine.
too wolfy to be in Anubis, which was kind of weird, although she still might be just a bit of a mutant, or maybe some kind of weird creature. And that she did a lot of drugs and got very, very drunk with the Queen at some point. And then I happened. And also somehow, impossibly, within the same half a day, impregnated, 3 bunny girls. So we've got some great sisters out there as well. It's confusing. I don't really know how that was possible or how it came about. So, as you can expect, super mystery. It might
My
be some
dear,
god mystery.
I feel as if you're probably better off without that, Barrett.
Maybe. But at the
It's
same
okay.
time, can you imagine someone who has all of these bulky traits, but even more so?
I can find them on the Ilgade network.
I might be better off without them, but at the same time, kind of nice knowing.
Yeah.
That said,
Same.
probably dead from some kind of sex-fueled drug heart attack.
I'm sure I'd remember that. She gives you a little predatory grin.
Pardon?
Don't worry about it. The two of you are rather more fun than I was expecting. I'm enjoying our little talk.
Oh, glad to hear it.
It will be a shame if you do indeed decide to venture back into the world.
I mean, we've got to at least give it a go trying to stop the end of the world.
Do you, though?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes!
it's
What has
our
the
generation.
world ever done for you, though?
I don't know, it's our generation, so I guess what the world did for me was let me exist. Which, I mean, I figure I gotta at least owe it the old college try.
Stop feeding Kreshia sociopathy.
Sociopathy.
She's so closely inclined to that, but no, she does want the world to be a better place. She would like to make sure it doesn't explode, but if she fails, she's also not going to feel as guilty as some others might.
So yeah, Heresia just rolls her eyes and says, "My dear, your altruism will be your downfall."
Possibly. The reality is instead I die old, and that sounds boring.
Yes, I suppose that would be. Well, perhaps you could just ask my dear husband to turn you into a vampire. It's not as bad as all that, I understand.
I kind of like the sun.
Oh, the sun's overrated. I very rarely see it myself.
I guess, but the option is that you can, and I'd have that option taken away from me, and then I'd end up spending an eternity figuring out how to walk in the sun because I would miss it so much.
No, I don't
That's
understand.
just
I never quite understood that.
Just wait till computers
I
are
don't understand that issue that vampires have with sun. I don't understand why that's a thing.
Well, you should ask Lady Rowan. It's her fault, after all.
And does the god of the sun just sort of hate vampires?
Well, the god of the sun created vampires. Rather
Oh, no
petty
kidding.
fuck, him.
Well, I'll be damned. And he couldn't make daywalkers instead.
Why would he want to? Vampirism was supposed to be a punishment.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Bit of a
Maybe
dick move.
Maybe
Yes,
we'll
it
ask her
was.
about that later.
At the same time, can't really blame him for pettiness when your husband kind of wanted to initiate an early end of the world just because.
Well,
I mean, they can both be petty, I suppose. I'm
there's
petty
different
like
levels
a
of
bunch
pettiness,
shit,
and one did
Yeah.
lead to the other, ultimately.
I suppose.
But I suppose I shouldn't complain. Wolvar's mistake has let me keep my husband even after the elves so cruelly stripped him of his immortality.
True enough. I mean, I'd be semi-interested in immortality, but I guess not at the cost of the sun, I suppose.
I mean, you could always try doing something exceptionally exceptional and earn it, I guess.
Where am I gonna earn it from?
Have you seen my mother? You notice how she's not a day. It doesn't look a day over 30.
That's a good point. I wonder, does the world
She's-
being saved qualify?
She's like 76, right?
Huh. She still looks like a milfy 30-something. I'll shake my head idly. I don't know, maybe saving the world will grant me some kind of measure of immortality. Depends which god calls dibs. Or maybe the dragon god queen of magic will. That'd be fucking sweet. I think she actually owns a piece of me, so...
Oh, Senatrea?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit, check this out.
I wouldn't
She'll
put
run up her
your
sleeve.
faith in her. She's been dead a long time.
Oh, she's dead? I was wondering.
I don't know
about
if
that.
she is. Her blessing still works.
Well, one doesn't need to still be alive for a fireball trap to work either.
That's a good point, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe we'll find some lost vestiges of her power, though, and I can become some kind of cool avatar, and then I actually have an excuse to, use the knowledge I gained from doing my minors in Draconic.
Kreshia, Mary, would you both please make an insight check?
Insight.
Sure.
I'm not good at that, but I'll try. I'll give it a
I'm
try.
supposed to be good at it, but I don't know.
I'm bad at it.
Womp.
Yeah,
Okay.
+5 doesn't do you good if you can't roll above a 10.
Yeah, no. You detect nothing when you say that, and Orishka just, shrugs idly. Well, I wish you the best of luck with all that. It would be rather nice if the world would stop ending every so often. I'm getting
That would
rather
be-
tired of seeing all my friends die.
Yeah, it seems like a poor deal. I suppose I also wouldn't be down with the immortality with the whole trade-off of death thing, over and over. You know what? Maybe that'll be a nice reward. Save the world, then stop dying.
Why, at that rate, perhaps everyone could stop dying. Wouldn't that be nice?
Only if we stop making kids, though, which would also kind of suck, because they're cute.
Oh.
We'd run out. Well, space. Sorry, not out of kids. We'd run out of space.
Well, you might run out of souls, too. Have to fill those bodies with something.
That's true, there's a limited number, right?
That doesn't make... Is that the thing? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was an old story of them getting, the first zombies were just people who got really sick because there was no soul to go in them.
That sounds like something from just a fairy tale.
I might have read it, but also, if you haven't noticed, a lot of our fairy tales are, real as fuck.
Every myth has a grain of truth behind it. Half the time I planted it there.
That just sounds mischievous. Oh, well, yeah, I see where your daughter gets it from.
Taeleer would have to, get it from somewhere, right?
Yeah. Probably wouldn't have gotten it from Damien. He seems kind of straight-laced.
He was kind of straight-laced. Also was a rather pompous prick, but oh well.
Look, where else I was going to get it from? It all comes from somewhere. And I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of an asshole.
Well, you might be an asshole, but you don't seem like that much of a prick. Although you're welcome to
I'm
prove
half.
me wrong.
Well, I was very near this big magical explosion recently, and I gained a few inches. But that's... And she'll, pause, trying to, reassign her brain. How do you do that? Sorry?
The
You
sex
say
is
words,
magic.
and my brain just wants to put dirty talk in my mouth.
It does do that a lot. It's true. Your
Of
brain
course.
does that.
My powers only work on natural perverts.
Well, I mean, I won't deny it. I will say that it's totally cheating, though.
Your daughter also wouldn't let you deny it.
Let me tell you about the time my predecessor went back in time and managed to tick every single one of the goddesses and demons off her bucket list. Kreshia starts getting a nosebleed.
So I had a question. You guys all want us to stay here. How long were you planning on all staying here?
Oh, just until the giants go away.
How long is that supposed to be?
She shrugs. Everyone down here is immortal, so it doesn't really matter. Well, except your mother's friends, but they weren't really invited, were they?
I guess in the context of family only, no. But, I mean, do demons eat?
We can,
They
but we don't
eat.
need to. A little spirit energy goes a long way.
Did you have a plan for all of all of mothers and children? Like, I mean, there's a bunch of us.
Well, we can find food. I mean, the land itself isn't going to turn
I
black
suppose
and
that's
sour.
true. They're just gonna kill everything and then go
Yes.
away.
Not even
Can't make
everything.
it
It's not
pop up to
exactly
the
all
surface,
life.
right?
Just the civilizations. Why, there's a lovely little herd of
yeah.
goats not too far from here.
Has anybody asked why it just targets civilizations only?
I mean, that was covered. It's because they're meant to bring the end of an age of a civilization, so a new one happens, like it has done forever.
Goat?
Ah, yes.
So what
Hello,
you're
my
telling me
delicious
is
little
that we're
friend.
literally in Gurren Lagann.
Right.
Some of the simplest details.
Just me?
I want this
Okay.
to be for
I'm
I never
not-
watched that shitty
I'm
show.
not sure if I was called or something and just heard the goats.
Oh,
No,
yes.
we were talking about the four-legged variety. Although I'm sure you would taste delicious as well. She will slip
Hey.
past Mary and go over to Frida. You
Don't lewd our little sweetie.
You
Oh,
are
no.
a cute little thing, aren't you?
Oh dear.
You'd help feed me and my daughters, wouldn't you?
Just looks confused.
You mortals. And Ariska just, makes a circle with one hand and sticks a finger out on the other and just does the lewd gesture.
Grandma, she's very innocent.
She's a grown
Please.
woman.
I mean, by
Oh,
Faun standards, yes, but
No, thank you. We're not married.
see?
You think
how it
that's
got-
reserved for marriage? That's adorable.
It is. Don't corrupt our sweetheart.
Oh, but that's practically my job.
Frida
Well,
is a
the thing-
Frida is a precious jewel, is a precious little gem, and must be maintained
Well,
until she's
I
diseased.
know that
In an ocean of depravity.
some people enjoy themselves to their fullest in ways that it's not what I see myself doing. I don't judge them. I don't feel bad for them. I'm happy that they can find that sort of happiness with others.
Well then, my dear, surely you can realize that it's quite a bit better in life to just enjoy pleasure where you can take it. Especially when you draw sustenance from it, as I do.
Well, if that's your way of sustaining yourself, then I can see it. Why you are have this penchant for carnal attractions, but
That's a very fancy way
To
of
me-
saying I suck a lot of dick.
well, I have no evidence of you actually doing that, so
Welcome to the Carnal Attraction Center. You can ride the dick flume, aka vaginas.
Or she'll just sigh and lean back from you. Oh, this one's impossible.
Yeah, please. She's such a sweetie. She's the bestest. One
That
day
just
she's gonna
makes
find
me
herself
want her more.
a cute little pup. I know. But one day she's going to find herself a cute little partner, or a big strong partner, or whatever Frida's proclivities turn out to be, and then they're going to have the most adorable pure children.
Oh well. I suppose I
It's
can't win
okay.
them all.
You're a very beautiful woman, and I understand why Lord Winter fell for you.
Oh, thank you so much. And you, I'm sure, will grow up to be a remarkable young woman. Just like your friend here. She will pat Mary on the shoulder, which causes that same little jolt of pleasure.
Looks at Barrett like, I actually think I'm not gonna go much more.
No.
Oh, we'll see.
Plus, Mary has a big old... Never mind.
Merisiel just, look
Rich.
at you.
The Frida will look at Kreshia.
I suppose that's not a fair assumption. Frida, do you have a dangus?
What? No.
Oh, there you go,
Is
then.
that what we're calling it now?
Last I knew, they only grew in forests.
Sure.
Ah.
My word, she really is precious.
She's the
Just
best. I
saying.
love her.
Anyway, you
I
were saying
can't- I'm not
something
sure.
about my granddaughter having a large penis. What?
Oh,
While Mary's not
no,
looking,
I
she'll
do
do
not
the
have
hands
one.
apart gesture.
Come
Like,
on.
speak.
She'll just wolf whistle.
Uh,
Oh, be
It's-
proud of your accomplishments, dear.
Accomplishments, it's different.
Mum drank a lot of nymph wine, okay? When
Your mom drank a lot
Yeah.
of things.
That's
I
right,
heard a story, a very fun
Ah,
story, but I'm not going to say
hear-
it again.
I
Ooh,
hear.
I saw that. That was lovely.
Oh, don't tell her that. She would be mortified. Oh no.
From somewhere over there, you just hear like a cracking of flagstones.
Okay, so I know I'm not involved, but I'm also bored and want to know if she's seen Zanza's peen. No.
Oh, that's fair. I think at this point, as the four of you just standing in a little huddle, she'll say, well, unless you want to continue making penis jokes with me, which I admit is one of my favorite pastimes, perhaps we should rejoin our compatriots.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose so.
For now. I think we're gonna be staying here for a little bit.
Yeah, I got some logistics to figure out. Like, for instance, yep.
Excuse
Ah.
me.
Yep, my bad. Ma'am, and I'll nod at a witch.
And she'll step out of the way.
Thank you.
So, as the party sort of filters back down, Arishka will say aloud, loud enough that everyone can hear. So, what is our new friend's plan? Mary, Kreshia, Marcus, Zanza, Frida, dear. What will you do?
You mean about the giants terrorizing the realm?
About
We're
everything.
gonna save the world.
What
Well,
Frida
it's the
said.
same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Well,
Try
you
to
have
save the
to
world.
save the world from the giants. From my husband here, though. That should be
That's-
relatively easy. And
that
then,
should be the one to start with, I suppose.
of course, you have this lost city I've heard so much about, full of dead dragons and dusty old tomes that no one cares about, and can probably even read.
I still care about them, even if I will have to go through some trouble to read them. I'll have you know, I'm a fucking nerd.
Oh, don't be embarrassed, dear. It's in vogue.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna have to ask for a little bit of a hand in getting in contact with my mother. I don't have the ability to reach her from here. But also, the journey would take a long time. And then comes the problem of We don't have a magic circle. Wondering if we can borrow yours, maybe? It's Lord Winter.
Winter just laughs in your face.
Fair enough.
No. There is
no,
one
yeah.
here in the castle, but it's mine, and I'm not giving you the backdoor key.
Not even to have your apparently mortal enemy here quicker so she can apologize?
Yes, her and her entire army. That doesn't sound particularly fun.
Is
No.
there another one
Is there-
in Irvainen?
Otherwise, I have to get her here from Briarmount, and that could take weeks.
Well, it would just take another week or so.
I
on
guess
an
there
airship.
probably is.
Do you happen to know where one might be then here in Irvainen?
I know where there's a scrying mirror where you can find out for yourself.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Would you be willing to let us borrow it then, please? Not away from here. We can do it in front of you. That's cool.
It's just a mirror. Sure,
Sure.
scry away. Just don't smudge it. Never comes out.
Fair enough. Yeah, where is his amazing mirror then? I would love to give it a go.
That's a good question. Let me go see if I even have the mirror token anymore.
so in the meantime, I
Hey, I
guess
do.
our plan is to deal with Kreshia's mom is one of the most immediate things. I would like to go and visit the city up top. That would be something I wanted. I wanted to do that. I want to explore that city before we leave Irvainen. Damn it!
I still want to talk
There's
to
something
Winter.
very magical up in that city, and I want to see what it is. Also-
We fucking put magic through the realm. Does magic even matter anymore? We're so
Yes.
oversaturated with it.
No, we're not.
We literally just blew a crater into the world, which is filling everything with magic.
Oh no, it's only filling like a square mile,
6
We got
mile
the square
radius.
mile of magic
6
now.
miles.
We got the
circle.
6 miles of magic now. Just build New Vegas on it.
Anyway, Winter will direct you through the tiny little doors behind his throne room to where he has set up his magic mirror. Would you like me to just drag your tokens there?
There's a
Please.
possibility.
All right.
I'm still wanting to nag Lord Winter.
All right, well, yeah, as the rest of your companions are filing out, you are welcome to speak to him.
Well, before any of this, since we already have the entire party and mages taking for the scrying mirror, I want to talk to you about something equally as important, Lord Winter, if not more so.
Oh boy, this will be good.
Well, of course, it's about the demons.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're going to have to actually organize how we're going to plan to get them integrated to the world. I mean, first there's going to have to be meetings, talks, conversations, learning about their ecosystem, how they're getting here safely, a whole bunch of things.
What?
You didn't think we're just going to open a big portal with all the demons in and have them
That's-
go about the
I don't
people
think
and
that-
everything would be fine. So that's to be something we plan and try on. Needs to be
Winter
organized.
looks at you like you're a tiny retard and then just laughs and says, little bunny kid, we're not bringing more demons here. That goes against the entire plot. No, the problem is the ones that are already here that you idiot mortals keep summoning.
Well, okay, if we're not going to bring demons here, which I could have sworn that's what was mentioned last session out of character.
Nope.
Nobody else? Okay, just me.
Just you. Sorry.
Fair
Also,
enough.
Kreshia drops sick rhymes.
Alright, then what about rattling up the other demons? I heard something about a signal going out to them?
Yes, I have the mighty ability to speak across all the world, to all demons. Ain't magic great?
Out of character. Teeth grit, but in character. Zanza is just shrugging. Well, how many demons do you have living here?
He narrows his eyes at you. A bunch.
Right. And how do they feed?
Well, you put your dick in 'em, and then they feed.
That's succubuses.
That's every demon.
I suppose that does make things a lot easier.
Well, I mean, they can feed off spirit energy wherever it comes from, as far as I know. But that's the most pleasant way.
Right. So you say you have a bunch of demons, enough for their own little town, or more? Are we talking less?
Well, we have Demon Town right here, so yeah, sure, let's go with that.
All right. Town of demons. Zanza will start scribbling on a little piece of paper. They eat food by having sex at least, or physical contact. So they should be popular amongst the people once we start making people not too afraid to approach them.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Why? Shouldn't be too hard. All the sexual races are in vogue right now.
It's true. Right now, it's a really good time to be a bunny girl.
He shrugs.
This is the world of boner equality, don't you know?
If demons are as good as you say, then all that really is the issue is a matter of branding. And, of course, having crusades to make sure that nobody summons demons for their own selfish means. But that's another thing we can talk about later. Zanza winks his eyes innocently. But in all seriousness, you're going to have to at least put in some effort if you want demons to truly be accepted by society and not hunted down. And waiting for the world to be wiped out for another civilization to start is not the answer.
I feel like this is a cyclical conversation that we literally had last session, dude.
Fuck off! You spent like 20 minutes talking about your dick. Let me try to help get these demons integrated.
Of course, but at least broach the subject that we didn't literally cover to death last session for 4 hours.
We didn't talk about the nitty gritty. I want to know how this is actually going to happen.
Lord Winter has no idea. What do you want to do?
Alright, so are we going to have... do you have anybody who you know would be a good appointee to start making this happen?
You.
I already have some engagements.
Well, shit, kid. I have an engagement in ending the world, but I'm putting that aside for you, so...
Okay. I mean, of course I'm going to try to help. Saving people is what I do. And sounds like a people who need to be saved that are being unjustly persecuted. So fine. I'll guess I'm the official demon representative? Not that I guess you don't have any real official capacity to do that. Are you really a king of demons? Is that in any
I'm not a
form of
king
writing?
of demons. My wife's the
Exactly.
queen of demons. Hey, honey, look, you have a knight, or something.
Suppose I should be talking to you then.
Yes, I'm a vampire, not a demon.
We'll talk about vampire rights in a bit. At least the one we met was pretty nice. Maybe they need to start getting some representation too.
All like 5 of us.
So Zanza will, I suppose, go off to Lord Winter's wife.
The other one.
Oh.
Nice try.
That's the...
I mean,
Rowan's
Well,
the
they're
other
two-
vampire.
Alright,
Yes,
so...
The Demon Queen will favor you with a smile, and she'll sit down on the edge of the stonework, letting her feet dangle.
Alright, so tell me a little about the demon people. Don't really know much beside that people like to summon them and they tend to go crazy when they get here.
Have you ever seen a goldfish, my dear?
Out of character, have I? Is that a thing that exists commonly?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, back among elvenkind, it was rather a tradition to keep fish in a large bowl. I thought it was rather gaudy, but better that than puppies, I suppose.
But puppies are cute and cuddly.
Yes, but they also have intelligence, unlike goldfish. Which is precisely why I picked them. So imagine a goldfish swimming in its little bowl. The goldfish doesn't need or want for anything. The goldfish doesn't think, it doesn't feel, it simply is. It follows its instincts around this timeless, unchanging environment. And then, suddenly, some great big asshole reaches into the bowl, pulls the goldfish out, and throws it on the ground. Perhaps, if the goldfish is lucky, it lands in the water and goes and swims about on its own, though suddenly everything is strange and different as it's fallen into a river that's always changing, never the same. Or the goldfish lands in a puddle of mud and flails itself to death, gasping for air. That is the existence of demons in a nutshell.
This sounds like a problem of magic that could be solved by magic, however. If a demon goes mad, is there any way to calm them down? Bring them back to sanity?
I do dislike the term madness for my kind. It's not that so much as a surge of emotions. Imagine that you, my dear, could only feel one thing, that everything else was just a tiny echo in your heart, but all you felt was rage or lust or vengeance.
Out of character, all Zanza does is get Frida to beat me to it.
Well, she doesn't know that.
I suppose if it wasn't a nice feeling, that could be rather troublesome. And is that related to the person who summons them?
Just so. Whoever summons them imprints their emotions on we demons. If a demon is summoned for sexual intercourse, we are filled with lust. If we're summoned to do battle, we are filled with rage or hatred or vengeance.
Oh, so it's just like having a child, but a lot more faster.
No, not at all.
Well then. So, issue number 1, we need to crack down more on the knowledge of summoning demons and try to stop them from doing so.
Every civilization since the dawn of time has made that illegal. It hasn't stopped anybody. Wizards are going to do wizard things.
I know, right? Zanza says with a roll of his eyes. Well, suppose legality is going to be an issue. Well, still, is there any way to help fill out the emotions of demons that get brought here?
Yes, though it's a slow and rather costly process. The problem, my dear, is that most demons who are summoned don't last very long. Most of us are but a flash fire of whatever emotion we're here for, then either retreat into the abyss or die.
What caused them to die?
Usually they're summoners or someone nearby. Imagine, if you will, summoning up a succubus, a being that knows only lust. Sure, you wanted to have a quick romp, but the succubus wants only to romp, and it will do so until you are quite dead, drained of all your spiritual energy, your soul little more than a sticky white cream between her thighs.
Sounds like we're gonna need a crusade for this.
Oh no.
Please.
You've got to stop using that word. Oh my god.
Fuck.
You use that word far too liberally.
It would be the word that would get used. Can't even say I'm wrong. It's just not a word you want to hear. Alright, but in all seriousness, okay. So, it's more of a problem once more of people abusing power than the actual demons themselves being evil.
Of course we're not evil.
Well, you say of course, but think of it from my perspective. All I've ever grown up is hearing stories about evil demons plaguing the lands and heroes having to stop them. It's not very a good picture.
No, of course, that's called propaganda. It's rather unfair, don't you think?
Well, obviously, the way to fight that is by having other stories. I mean, we are a party of partly bards. What we simply need to do is start telling stories about misunderstood demons and people trying to rescue and help them. Turn the public eye around. It'll take a while, but some of us apparently have many years to wait.
Well, perhaps you should strum up a new version of mine and August's tale here. One that shows our love and the way we were so cruelly torn apart by misguided elves.
I'm going to be honest. Although I am approving of Lord Winter at least making the effort to make things better, he has done unforgivable things. And spinning him in a positive light, I feel, would go against every fiber of my being.
Oh. He really is a lovely man once you get to know him. And Erishka will lean in and just, like, stage whisper, "He's been in a foul mood lately. Give it a few decades."
Well, normally I would argue for punishment, but if he wants to repent, he can help by making generations of lives and civilizations better than they already are.
Winter just laughs.
Right. Hopeful optimism. We'll work on it. Anyways, at least for now, maybe using some of the resources of Lord Winter's castles to start paying bards to say nice things about demons would help.
If you could find a bard willing to take that sort of heresy for money.
Also, what about demons? Do you have any right now that are combat capable?
She looks past you to the entire room.
No.
Just a
Good point.
few.
Well, which one would you say would be a good representative?
No, you can't have one of my daughters.
But having a demon help us
No.
save the world as we know it would be a great step for improving public eye.
Well, at that point, I might as well come with you.
I mean, sure, you can.
Like, Winter immediately just, like, puts a hand between Erishka's horns and just says, "No way."
Alright, so
Puffs.
she's off limits, of course. I mean, she is a queen, so endangering her would be, of course, not the smart thing to do. But it would be very, very, very wise to have somebody who we could help say save the world. Start turning public eye around about the demons. Nothing buys goodwill like saving somebody's life.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps indeed. And as you're having this conversation, let's snap back over to the rest of the party, who have gathered in front of the magic mirror.
I dished out heckin' rhyme.
You sure did.
Oh, I ask if the winter's light, if thou could bring forth to my sight a permanent circle of teleportation magic, but not the one that's here. That's tragic. In Ervanen still, of course, as close as possible amongst these whores. It's not clear to others if she's saying whores or horrors. She knows what she says.
Of course. So, a moment goes by, I think, as the surface of the mirror becomes cloudy and dark before rippling outwards. And then the view solidifies on what looks to be, indeed, that keep on the river that you passed by, giving it quite some birth, indeed. You can see part of it is sunken into the river, leaving just bits and pieces of its walls standing high and proud above. And in the water, in the heart of one of the towers that had crumbled, you see what looks like a blue-scaled salamander bathing in the water.
Oh my.
What?
Now, Kreshia's just going, enhance.
Zoom! Enhance!
Weren't you looking for a magic for teleportation circle?
I was. I'm gonna assume it's in... Oh! Right. Are
Is
you
it in the
really...
water?
Are you really, really sure that Castle of Storms is scary, no?
Kalen will, like, put an arm on your shoulder and say, "It's just a storm, Kreshia. It'll be all right."
Ah, they're scary though.
Don't worry. Mary and I will keep you safe.
That's right.
But storms.
I'll hold your hand the whole time.
Still whine a bit. I suppose Zanza will be excited if we conquer a castle made of storms.
That's true. He would love it so much. He would never stop he would never stop screaming about it.
It's true. Damn it. Alright. I mean, I kind of had a feeling it would end up being that because life is mean. It couldn't have been some kind of place made of candy and hot ladies.
One day.
Tell you what, if I ever do attain immortality, so help me, I'm going to try and figure out what the domain of hot sex is. That'd be sweet.
Not to be
Passion?
rude, but I'm fairly sure I've heard that's just your mother's palace.
You know, you're not 100% wrong. It's a very nubile place.
Kaelin will give a little subdued giggle and blush. Well, I'm glad to see the tavern stories are true, I suppose.
We have a fountain that's just naked people. Sexy women and nubile elf boys as far as the eye can see.
Oh my.
Ah, do you like him trappy? Squint.
She'll just laugh and say, "I don't feel like talking about my preference in partners in this place full of vampires and demons, if it's all right with you."
Oh, I don't know. Hey, magic mirror, show to me. Kaelin Duskrender's proclivities.
Alright. The mirror shifts and Kaelin throws herself up against the mirror bodily, trying to shield it from your eyes. But even past her, you can see the outline of Kaelin on her knees riding some guy who looks like a pretty beefy catboy.
Magic mirror, that's enough. I take it she likes boys that's tough.
Sexual races are in vogue.
Kaelin's just beat red. Says, "Kreshia, how dare you? How dare you?"
I'm sorry, my brain does that.
Ah, Kreshia.
Go on, you get one revenge on me. It's just kind of amazing to rhyme.
No, I don't want to. You're
I mean, it doesn't have
gross.
to be, but I am.
She's just very lewd.
She huffs and says, "Mary, how do you put up with her?"
She's just as bad.
No, not my
Can
big
I?
sister.
I'm gonna give
Mirror,
Kaelin
mirror, made of magic.
I'm gonna give Kaelin a big hug. There. Kreshia's a big meanie sometimes. Don't worry about it. Just be patient.
The mirror practically quivers
I?
in response.
Glance
Can
over
I?
at Kreshia. What are
Borrow?
you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
It
can't
looks like
do it.
Frida wants to use the mirror.
Yeah, Frida,
should
you have a go.
let her.
Sorry, Mira, not this time.
Oh,
I couldn't think of a decent rhyme.
okay, thank you. I've been trying to get this question answered for a very long time, so. Okay. He just. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Could you please show me where my mother fall?
Where your mother fall?
Oh.
Where's my mother's fall? Where she fell in the woods.
Well, that's a good question. Frida, why don't you point us out where the mirror shows you? Pick any place you like.
Can we get a bit zoomy out? She has been traveling for a fair bit. Remember, she's not native to this region.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so was it further down south then? Back towards like Pergolith or
Further
something?
down south. Around that, yes.
Okay, let's was it actually in the province of Pergolith, or 'cause I have different maps.
Oh yeah, can you just get the world map then? It'll be easier to see then.
Okay.
If you please. Whee! Yes. Ah, yes. And here.
So Grand Tree. Or a little south of it.
Around like
Okay. So yeah, the mirror will show you this place in the forest, this dark, almost foreboding place of blackened trees and crumbling archways of stone left over from the end of Elvenkind, and you catch a glimpse of this grand, perhaps it once might have been a temple or a series of towers in a clearing, and the vision stops there locked above this great circle of stone.
oh. So that's where she was.
Aw, I crouched down and give her a hug.
Just gives Kreshia a hug back. It's I wasn't really told where it was.
And then I
know
look down at her,
that-
ask her a question about her mother, and go, "Oh fuck." Look, lads up.
What?
Mirror, mirror, this seems half-hearted, but could you show to me my father?
I think you're.
Hearted.
Rhea, don't.
No, that rhyme sucked. I won't give it to you.
Yeah. She'll pause and think about it. Fuck, I'll get back to you. In the meantime, mirror, mirror, Mary's pervy too. Show her the desires we both know elude.
What?
Alright, I guess Mary, what's the lewdest thing that has ever flashed through Mary's mind?
Oh no, I just meant that I know that what she wants to see, like, right now. I even asked the mirror to see.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say.
I think it just shows you a picture of the Demon Queen, like, sitting in the other room talking to Zanza.
Whew!
Heck.
I thought it was going to be my sister's panties.
And then Zanza's like, "So we're going to start a blowjob initiative for the demons, right?"
Well, that
No,
would
that's
make us rather more popular, wouldn't it?
No, that is
I
that.
know.
I'm not actually saying that.
Well, wouldn't it be more like things? Hmm.
Well, what does the mirror do now?
The mirror is simply existing. It
Oh.
is showing you your
Yes.
reflection.
Well, all Zanza's talking about is how maybe he wants a demon artist instead. Somebody to help make a good story about the demons. Are you guys, I'm confused what's going on here. Are you guys trying to figure out what to do with the
There we
mirror?
go. Mirror, mirror, that last rhyme was bad, but please could you show to me my dad?
Aww. Alright.
The user you're looking for cannot be found.
I can dial tone.
Alright, yeah. You see... you catch a glimpse of what can only be your mother's palace as a group of people are apparently arguing with the gate guards. Amongst them you see a blue-scaled salamander, a surprisingly pale elf, a couple of robed and hooded figures, and towering over them all is a chocolate-skinned canid of some sort.
I don't know why, but I expect a bunny girl.
Oh my gosh.
Don't forget.
She's a fucking
Don't
giant.
forget that it's a thick fucking elf there.
Yes, it is. It is an ultra thick elf she's traveling with.
Holy sweet fuck!
I don't remember Kreshia being that thick, so we can eliminate one of them.
I'm gonna guess it's the one who's a big good. Oh my gosh! I've never seen her before.
Wow.
Fuck, she's hot! No wonder I came out so
That's
fucking good looking. Although not nearly as
It's a very
pectorally
big
blessed.
person.
She is huge!
She's very imposing.
How many Zanzas tall is she?
How tall is Zanza?
I think she's at
4 foot.
she's like 4.
She's 3.5
Three
Zanzas of
Zanzas?
height.
Jesus fucking Christ.
She's a tall girl.
I think at that point you just count as like
She's literally
She
a
does
large
count
size
as large
creature.
size, yeah.
Just looks at the mirror, looks at Kreshia and says, well, at least you didn't inherit so much of the floofiness.
What?
Maybe
I
it's a
would have
bad
loved to
thing,
inherit
yes,
that
but-
floof. Look at that, she's floofular. Also, what the
Well-
fuck is? I'm so much paler than her. She's as chocolatey as Mary.
Yes.
I'll be damned.
Oh, Marcus. I know, Marcus should
I
have
wonder who
something
those other
for him.
people are.
Yeah.
I
Also, there's no way
don't
that's
know.
pure elf because holy shit, she is thick with like 3 C's.
It's true.
What's that, Frida?
Oh, Marcus, don't you have any questions you maybe want to answer by knowing where to look for?
Well, no, that'd be spoilers.
okay, so since Zanza's not there, I'm gonna ask why are none of us looking for the necromancer?
Oh god, you could use it to look for where the necromancer is.
I will probably ask this question sidelong to the veiled lady. If we ask this mirror where someone who's scryed is, does bad things happen or does just nothing show up?
Someone who's what?
Protected versus scrying.
The mirror just won't show them.
Okay, because I imagine Lorent would be super pissed if his mirror exploded.
Yes, that would be bad.
Mirror, mirror, show Aruna's graveyard dancer. I'm afraid the land is plagued by a terrible necromancer.
Alright. Let's
Shows you
see.
gameplay of Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Just that one gif of the booty dance.
It's a good gif.
It is a good gif.
No, you see a skeleton, bone with skeleton lorder just dancing in a fucking graveyard.
We thought the Necromancer was the final boss, but it was actually Boneyard, the Boneyard Lord.
Alright, the great
Bone Wheel Lord.
This was I.
Okay.
Bonio.
Yeah, I think the mirror shows you a wide view of what looks to be an elven ruin, but it's been grown over almost completely. The only thing you can really see is a large, perhaps it was a fountain once, but it's gone completely dry now. And standing over it, looking into the fountain, and consulting a pair of books that have been set up on the mossy stone covering the edge, you see the raven-haired cat girl Cleona.
Oh, fuck.
That doesn't
Okay,
look right.
remind me again, was she the girl who the knight met or
Yep.
some other cat girl? Oh. Ha!
Why would it be showing her?
Kreshia just gonna slowly hang her head. What the fuck?
Man, she's far as fuck away.
Sad trombone noise.
Fuck.
Well, so Savin,
Mm-hmm.
about that demon warrior thief and/or scribe. I mean, and/or artist, I guess.
Alright. Could you stop picking up random combat companions, please?
Look, at least this one has a purpose, alright? It's for
Hey.
good reputation.
Yeah, considering your objective is literally to just throw yourselves into the void and hope you can stop the world from ending, I don't think Arishka wants to give you one of her daughters. She will tell you that after you've finished saving the world from the giants, you can have some of her daughters to come help you.
But then after we do that, there won't be any credit for her to take.
Yes,
I mean-
but when you fail, I don't want one of my daughters being killed.
We're not gonna fail. Saving the world is what heroes do.
Yes, and believe me, I've seen quite a few of them fail.
Zanza will shrug. All I'm starting to say is consider it. You see, most common people like me don't even have time to get a proper education. We learn everything we know about the world through stories. If I had
Alright.
never actually gone traveling to the world and seen firsthand how wrong I was about so many things, I probably would still have my same worldviews. So what I'm trying to say is, affecting them through deeds and tales and making heroes out of the demons would be the best way to change the public eye.
Make a persuade check.
Alright, dice, let's see how mean you're gonna be to me. Pretty fucking mean.
Yeah, no.
Dice continue to be ass.
Now, the Demon Queen will put her foot down and say that she's not going to risk any of her daughters. She's strongly disinclined to let you leave to begin with. But she will not keep you here against your will. Or rather, keep Mary here against her will, so...
Damn it. It's the only follower I want, and I can't get it. Alright. Shit. Well, I know a Frida. Apparently Kreshia is asking me more things.
When you ask the Fey Necromancer, you will get a different vision, Kreshia.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
What do
Your
we do?
vision will take you to the very edge of a familiar crater, now surrounded by orbiting chunks of rock and stone and earth, lifted up and hanging in the air by wild magic. And you can see creatures battling it out with dwarves and even each other,
Oh, God
ogres
fucking-
and wyverns and all manner of beasts clash with the hosts of Cardinthal. And standing amongst the chaos, almost as if he revels in it, is the Necromancer.
God fucking damn
Well, that's something to handle later.
it. Mm.
The fox beast.
I mean, are there any fox bees there?
No.
Yeah, we'll have to try to get word
No,
out.
I mean, if we, how it goes for the fox beast, just, see how it go and then, send a message to them and tell them to.
Actually, can you scry on the fox bees and see if
Yeah,
they're alright?
mirror, just to check, please. How fare the horde of Kaliran foxbees?
You are shown the village of Erath, your vineyard that you've never even... No, you have been to it once, briefly.
Mm-hmm.
There is a pretty significant, fantasy equivalent of a trauma ward set up in the main hall where a lot of wounded foxbees are being tended to.
Mm,
Damn it, Mirror, that was depressing. Can you show
The
me a
mirror
good girl
conjures
dressing?
smoke in the shape of the fuck you want.
No, I follow up with, can you show us someone cute undressing?
Let's
Now
see.
you're just
Yes.
now you're just using the music to peep on people.
Of course you are.
I want to know who the mirror thinks is cute.
All right.
That is a good question. What would the mirror think is
God.
cute?
All right. Everyone in the party, what's your charisma? Oh
Does
wait,
the
no, never
world-
mind. Frida just wins that. Frida, what's your charisma?
17.
17. All right, let me check a couple of NPCs. All right, let's see. What do you have? Okay, that's a contender. What do you have? Nope. 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 Alright, this is getting narrowed down pretty quickly. Let's see, Princess Verona, what do you have? Nope.
She has less charisma.
Then somebody who I've already picked out. Would be hilarious. Let's see.
I can't wait to see who the mirror thinks is cutest.
You,
Oh
are
my
you,
God,
you,
I
you
think-
literally, who's the fairest maiden of them all?
Basically, yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Obviously, we need to just have a peek at the historical figures because it's probably just Queen Ereshka. Yep.
Does she really go for cute, though, as opposed to sexy?
I mean, Mira don't care. Yeah. So, in all the realms, not surprisingly, Queen Ereshka does have the highest charisma.
I mean, that's unsurprising.
But then,
So yeah,
Well,
you
at
are
least
just
it
treated to
didn't-
like
at
a
least it
bending
didn't
over
say.
panty shot of Ereshka.
Nice.
Wow. To be, I
Well-
mean, if you want to contend, I mean, he's probably. No, she's got higher charisma than those.
Okay,
Just to say
Mirror,
something.
that's enough. We don't need to see her in the buff.
You guys talk over Hedrah a lot.
Yeah, I know. We'll be seeing her like that later too.
Sorry. Yes, Andrew.
okay. I'm just gonna say that if you had, say, the fairest maiden of them all, then Ereshka wouldn't have won.
That's a good point.
Alright, D. Oh, lewd.
Yeah, no, I said, okay, Mirror, that's enough. We don't need to see her in the buff. Whew.
All right. So yeah,
I gotta build me one of these.
do you ask it about the
Oh.
fairest maiden, or are you content to just?
No, I don't. I feel like I don't intend to uber perv on everybody.
Yes, you do.
Yes, yes,
I thought up the that's enough rhyme as you started searching, just in case it started showing Frida. Like, cut it off quickly before it was too late.
I had questions, but now I don't remember them. So never mind.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I guess so. The next step then is a way to contact my mother if they're able to provide one.
I do like this. Mirror, mirror, the walls here. Please show me solely the mercenary Taeleer.
The what?
The what?
Which part?
I guess what mercenary Taeleer?
Solely the mercenary Taeleer that we left free and told to reform her life back in, like, when we fought that thing that fell down 100 feet, remember? By
Nope.
the river there. With the shark people.
I'm
Oh Jesus, that is forever ago.
sure.
Yeah. Because, remember, Frida was gonna make sure that she was okay.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Been a while, so
Yeah, it's been like literally a year since this incredibly minor character showed up. I think she's probably like tending bar at some small village tavern or something like that.
Neat.
hey, she did turn her life around. That's good to see.
Yeah. Yeah, go figure. Cleone was a necromancer. At least she wasn't like the big bad evil one, though. I mean, I guess she would have
No,
had to
but
be, actually. She
this-
would need to be able to speak to the ghost of what was his cunt face's name? Hedrah, I guess.
Well,
I will
you
choose not to
do
feel bad
know
about it.
that we have to. You know, we have to tell Zanza.
He's gonna be insufferable.
Yes, but it's
It's the truth. Yeah,
He
well,
was right.
yep. Yeah, no, it's true. And he did reserve the right to say, I told you so. She turned out to be a necromancer. At least she wasn't the necromancer.
So Zanza, you've come into the mirror room and are saying that?
Yes.
Okay. The demon with the fairest heart.
Isn't it gonna be Kali the god?
Yeah, I think it has to be, right?
The
Like
goddess of
your
redemption that used to be a
vision
demon.
centers on the pantheon back in Aruna, Aaron City, where Kalira, goddess of redemption, formerly a like renowned succubus, is like sitting on a set of stairs talking to some of her paladins.
Wait. How do demons have such a bad rap if one of the goddesses is literally a redeemed demon?
Well, you see, she killed the god of magic, and then ate
Oh.
his soul, and then became a god.
God, this is going to be complicated.
Can she see us back? I feel like she's magical enough to see us back.
I mean, maybe?
Linger over it and wave. Hi, Kali.
Does she even like? Does she notice?
That's a good question. Let me pop.
I mean,
open-
if out of anyone to notice, I would expect her to probably like just look back at us.
Alright, give me a second. Let me find her character sheet from forever ago. If she has one. I don't think she does.
Nah.
Alright, well, here we go. Let's see, you're gonna be... 1d20 plus 5 plus, let's see, what level was Callie? 9th? The aspect of redemption, so that'll be plus 4. Nope. Maybe she realized, like, she gets a little hackle raising going on, but like she's too busy talking to her friends to really pay much attention.
Fair enough.
I should tell her to pay more attention next time I see her.
Mirror,
What?
she is as pure as she seems, but I need another of mortal means.
Zanza, demons aren't mortal.
Oh.
And that's also true, but
They might grab intent.
How do I say I need one that's not a god in rhyme?
Something about getting the second.
Mirror, I know. Or you go like, Mirror, I know it says 9, but can you show us a demon that isn't divine?
There we go.
That's fucking dope.
okay. Yeah, I think the next thing you see is we're back at that magical crater from the Residium bomb, and fighting amongst the dwarves is the glowing heart of the black armor of the Spirit of Hope.
Oh, Spirit of Hope is a demon.
Oh
Yes.
shit!
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll be
theoretically,
damned. That's a good
theoretically
job,
they
Spirit
should
of
be.
Hope.
I mean, theoretically, they would be very similar beings.
They are, in fact, the same.
Mm.
Oh,
Zanza will kind of flip and go, "Whoa, is that happening at the crater?"
Yeah, it is.
Ah!
Also, by the way, Cleona is a necromancer, although she isn't the necromancer.
Ah!
that does not mean you can
Vibrating
go. That
bunny
does not mean.
intensifies.
That does not mean you get to go. You're going to go and kill her. Okay, Zanza.
We can't focus on her right now. What
Yeah,
about
of
the
course.
crater?
We'll get to it when we can, okay? There's kind of a lot of shit to deal with here. There's one place.
Zanza's
But
freaking
yeah.
out.
Fucking just bonk him on the head. Zanza,
One thing at a time.
we literally can't be heroes
One-
everywhere. That's
one
what an army over
crisis-
there is
yeah.
doing.
One crisis at a time.
I suppose you're right. Oh my god, is that the necromancer in the crater?
Yes, we'll get to it.
Now, if there was somebody who wanted to make an entrance back into the public eye, who's a big dick hero, if we're gonna go try and save the world, I think maybe we could get my mom to go kill the necromancer.
And she does want to go back to being a divine justice champion. Sorry
Wait.
for stealing your thunder a bit, Zanza.
If the necromancer is there, where are the foxbees?
They're recovering after their battle back home. They'll be back soon.
Recovering? Oh, no.
Of course, they got in a fight.
They got into a really big fight with a really big army of undead.
You told
Which
me
you
they'd
don't
be
see
fine.
here. Yeah, of course. And do you see a big army of undead at this crater? I fucking don't. I see that fucking guy surrounded by monsters.
Is there an undead army?
Nope.
Okay.
There's like a handful of bone wheels
Okay.
I mean,
who are
And
just
everyone
like
knows they're always gonna
skateboarding
get away.
around the sides of the craters murdering dwarves, but you know.
No, let's face it. There's one bone wheel that never turned up at the fight because he's busy becoming a new CR encounter.
Yeah, there is the king of the bone wheels, but you know,
Don't
that's
you
a whole
see?
different story.
He's accelerating.
Who's only ever
He's
getting
just
faster.
accelerating. Faster, faster. He's trying to channel the speed force. The
No.
speed wheel.
But I'm
Up wheel.
But I'm confused. You said Cleona was a necromancer. We checked the graveyard and we didn't see anything that confirmed her involvement.
I mean, she's a necromancer. She was probably not the. She's a, though. It's entirely likely she didn't show that hand. Remember, she came from, like, that other witch lady who said that they used to keep in contact with Vetra.
But how did
She has a necromancy spell. Whether she used it for... I mean, she didn't use it for that fucking squadron of people because the spell she had in it wasn't good enough.
how
Animate Dead doesn't do bone wheels and shit like that, right? Just if I
No.
used it, it would be basic bitch skelebobs.
We need
So I
to
mean,
make
she was definitely a necromancer, but that doesn't surprise me. We all have fucking stuff in our books.
this just means we need to put better
I
systems in
don't.
place for detecting necromancy.
Look, you leave that to the wizards, okay?
Small matter right now.
Small matter forever right now. Let's just literally, we've got 2 major things to worry about. I'll be right back. And I will pop arrow on Mary's head.
Hmm?
Well,
Damn it! I
we
wanted to
need
help.
to get contact with
Yeah.
even half the squadron of half the Fox B position. Is more than a capable force.
Lady Ereshka, Lord Winter, would either of you be able to help me in sending a long-distance message to my mother?
Let's see.
I don't have the ability to pass that much information across this distance.
Yeah, all right. Lord Winter will like look at you and smirk and say, "Oh, I would be delighted."
Yeah, I know, you're looking forward to it, but make sure it's just me talking to her first if you want this to go right.
Hold on. He will
Thank
go
you.
off into like one of the side rooms and he'll return with this dusty ass old tome that's like falling apart at the seams. He will flip through it, sort of scratch his chin, then rip a page out and then hand it to you.
Whoa! How old is that book?
About a... He thinks a moment. 1,500 years. Yeah.
Fuck! You just took a page out.
Sure, it's my book.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, alright then. I'll look over the page. Just to cast from scroll?
No. Well, I guess now it is, but... No, it is the sending spell. Not dream
What
sending,
level
but
is
proper
sending?
sending. It's 3rd level.
Alright then. I guess I will scroll it into my own.
Is there a
Or is it
ritual
like
for that?
a short rest to scroll ascending?
Yeah, I believe it just takes like an hour or so to scribe a spell into your book.
Sure. I'll leave the others to the mirror, and I'm gonna nod a thanks, and I don't know. I guess I'll go ahead into the corner where Ereshka was before. Pull out my pipe
I don't have
and get
anything
to
else
that.
to ask.
Yeah, I had that one last question for the mirror.
Mirror, mirror, we gave away a most corrupted part. Can you show me what happened to the Hydra's tainted heart? So the mirror will flicker and transition its viewpoint to Meridia's tower, but it won't go any further in than that. She likely has scrying defenses.
Well, hopefully she just used it for a benign potion or something.
Have you got a printout for sending, please?
It's literally a
Oh, is
spell
it in
the
the
player's handbook. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And yeah, sending's a ritual. If you want to do it as well, Mary.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice to
you go.
have.
Oh no, sending dream sending's a ritual. I don't know if sending is. Sadly, it is not.
For
Why
each
is
level of the spell,
sending-
the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 silver, so 150 silver and 6 hours to copy that into your book.
150 silver in 6 hours. Okay, and yeah, no, sadly, it is not a ritual like the other one.
Ugh, vomit.
Yeah, you'll have to blow some serious spell slots to use literally unlimited range sending. And it's also only 5 words a shot, so good luck.
Wait, 5 words?
Yep.
It's seeming more and more if we want to convince her to actually come, we're just going to need to go talk to her.
And like looking over, I'm like, oh, this is gonna
Oh,
be
it's
exhausting.
25 words.
No, that's dream sending.
That's dream sending.
No, I'm looking at it right now on...
Oh yeah, you send a short message of 25
Oh,
words
okay.
or less.
I just fucking am blind then. Never mind.
Whew.
Keck.
Okay. How many... as writers,
I guess I know what I'm doing for the rest of the fucking day.
would you be able to send a pointed message? A pointed
Man, if
message?
it was just 5 words, you could troll people so bad. Don't open the door.
I prepared explosive sending today.
So what you're saying is it's the Dark Souls messaging system.
Try harder, bone wheel skeleton.
Get out
Alright.
of the house.
They're already inside the house.
No, you can't do inside. You can't do the house, but you can do they are already inside.
There is a word. Are you allowed to conjoin?
Yes, you can use contractions.
Dope. Take that, magic.
First you cheat magic, now you cheat the English language? What the fuck is this?
While we're speaking out of character, I'd like to say that my dog has wrapped herself around the base of my chair and I can't drag her out because she's got stitches.
Dope.
Oh.
So I guess I'm just sitting here for the rest of my life.
Yep.
She's using her weakness against you.
I mean,
I'll
you were
miss
already
saving
gonna
that
do
guy.
that, just like slightly differently.
Yeah, but like, I'd like to be able to move.
It's the fact that you no longer have the choice that matters.
Pretty
He
much.
is an American after all.
Oh, she's licking my feet though. Anyway, so while Kreshia is scribing into her spellbook, basically for the rest of the night, what's the rest of you
Okay.
gonna do?
I'm gonna take. You know, I'm gonna take Areshka up on that conversation earlier.
Oh, you want to go bang the Demon Queen?
I want to go bang I'm gonna go bang the Demon Queen.
All right.
You can go bang your not paternal grandmother.
Yeah, I mean that takes literally no convincing. Let me see how the old succubus step block works. Alright. Alright. Mary, make a constitution saving throw. Oh no. Alright.
What is the saving throw for?
Getting succubied.
Would this leave me? Would this okay? Would this leave me fatigued?
No.
Okay, because I have advantage against that stuff. Okay.
Alas. No. You missed the DC by 1 point, so...
Oh my god.
for all intents and purposes, over the next, 2 hours while she drains you dry, you take 32 points of damage, and your maximum hit points is reduced by 32.
Ow!
Until you finish a long rest, so... She will not, in fact, kill you by fucking you to death. She will stop just at the breaking point. And then let you take a nice nap. Snuggled into her delightful succubus bosoms.
I'm just gonna stay here now.
You have no idea how difficult it was to resist the temptation to just charm you and make you stay here. Do try not to get killed out there, my dear.
Oh, that is the last thing I want to do.
Besides, now that I've had a taste of this, I feel like I might need to get a little more familial with my family.
I'm just gonna lay there for a minute and it's just gonna oh
Ow.
no. What's that? Ow?
Yeah, that's what you feel right now. Just this intense, aching, drained feeling from your entire pelvic region.
I shouldn't be surprised that I shouldn't be surprised. Normally, a suggestion like that would have gotten a rise out of me again. Goodness gracious.
Alright. So, how do the rest of you spend your nights?
Fuck, I need a rhyme so I can ask the mirror where the answer lies for us stopping the giants.
Oh, fucking good luck. Frida? I don't know. Is it the same place as your mother?
No, she was about 3 years old when apparently her dad was killed by bandits. That's why she has the mandolin.
Oh.
The wrapping is the scarf that was her mother's.
Alright, well, give me just a sec to think on this. I need to let the old dog out.
Oh, little
Okay.
dogger.
So Frida doesn't actually know herself. So that's all up to Gia.
Okay. Frida, I think if you were born down south and you've eventually made your way up here, I think your dad probably died, like, just past Mordenthal. So we see this, like, dusty old trade road cut into the side of the mountain. And, like, right now, as you see this still image in the present time, there's a tiny little merchant caravan slowly meandering along the side. And no, Mary.
Damn it.
You
That
can
would make
retrain an ASI into a feat.
Oh, that's the worst. If you just train a feat out without having to dump an ASI.
No,
Just
that's
that would
fucking
make
OP
feet-
shit.
That would make feats, not shit.
But see, that would make it so that I wanted people to have feats instead of not having feats.
Can I train a proficient? Wait, I can see.
Yes,
you
you
can train
can
a
trade
skill proficient.
skills.
Can you train a save proficiency?
Probably not.
Oh.
Okay, so the Dusty Road by Mordenthal, somewhere there. Oh, okay.
No, Frida, I feel like you just get like a big thumbs up, thumbs down, showing in the mirror.
Oh,
And Zanza, mirror, mirror, the giants promise us an end. Where does the answer lay that will enable us to defend? You see, when the mirror shuffles its visions around, you see basically the open sky above that crevice in the ground near where Casternex lives.
Fair enough. So what you're saying is we're going to Sky Island.
I'm excited for it. Castle, Mother Apology, home, fucking Sky Island, Dragon Magic Land. Can't wait. Excited. There's adventure-ass things to do.
Well, alright. got my answer.
Yeah.
Oh, what else is there?
And yes, I made my sendings.
You have
Press
4
on 4.
third-level spell slots. I guess you
I
can
have
Arcane
3, and then I used
Recovery.
Arcane Recovery to do a 4th, which I even wrote in.
Okay. Ah, yes, so you did. Just went to the back. Please, it's important. It will stop so much death. And please meet my daughter. She's beautiful. Oh, and I got Merisiel pregnant for dating. Nice.
That's how
Nice.
all of her, like, also all of her dream sendings are basically like that when she does them. Like, they just end on some inane additional point.
Yep. Alright.
She will spend the rest of the night hugging her daughter and telling her stuff about her, who would be her grandma.
Neat.
Yeah.
This ambition be born. Zanza, you too get a vision of that stormy castle, not all that far away.
Oh,
How much more excited for the Stormy Castle is Zanza now?
in character, he didn't care. Now he cares a lot.
Cares so fucking much, you guys.
Xander may or may not be too hyped to sleep now.
God damn, my headache is slowly coming back. Nah.
Stretch, stretch your yaw as wide as possible. Roll your neck slowly. Usually when it's like a slowly build up like that, it's just tension headache that people don't know they have.
It's mostly that. I had a migraine yesterday, so my brain is feeling tender.
So, question: was going to Crater an actual quest option, or was that just basically going to happen no matter what?
Mm.
Right, so what is the direction we're going so far? It's Stormy Storm Castle,
And then we return to Lord Winter, so my mother can hopefully perform an apology. And then it's back to the airship and back to land. And then
Feel
it's
like
off to fucking flying Space Island.
I feel like we're going to need to talk to your mother quite a lot before we can convince her to
What's
even...
this we? I'm talking to my mother. You guys stay out of it.
I hope your mother doesn't
This is our
Ahalu
problem to
Akbar
resolve.
onto Lord Winter when she gets here.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried
That
about
would be
Kreshia just
entirely
talking
in
to
character. That's a fair concern.
Yes.
I'm worried about Kreshia speaking to her mother alone. You're as likely as to try to convince her and fail as you are to just convince her to try to take out Lord Winter for good. Which, you
Yeah,
know,
but
I don't-
regardless, Kreshia wants to be the one to handle it. Sorry. She's... Like, you can all have your talks with her afterwards, but Kreshia wants to be the one to lead it out and have a proper serious talk with her mum. It has been probably a couple of years since she's seen her now. And she very much misses her.
Whose fault is that? No, I'm joking. Alright then.
So can Arishka teach me how to summon demons?
Yes.
Can she teach me a ritual how to do it?
Let me change that answer a bit. Can, yes. Will, probably
Well,
not.
damn it.
You can make a persuade check if you like.
I would
I mean,
like
fuck,
to.
I can do it myself. But not that I will ever do it for you. Too scary and risky.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, after much lurid pillow talk, you're able to convince Areshka that you're probably responsible enough to have this knowledge. So yeah, you can add the summon demon spell to your spells known.
Oh,
I
God
have,
damn it.
I have an idea on how to properly make use of this.
So I suppose it's
Damn it,
summon
persuade.
lesser demon.
Summon Lesser is 3rd level, and it will give you either 2 CR1 or lower, 4 CR half or lower, or 8 CR quarter or lower, which is kind of crummy. Or there's Summon Greater, which is only a spell level up into the 4s, which
I mean, I
believe she's capable of.
am a 4th level spellcaster.
Okay, so it's Summon Greater Demon then. That's
Yep,
the one.
you can summon a CR5 or lower demon from the Abyss. You roll initiative for it, which it acts upon. If it's not commanded to do anything, it will attack those that attack it. At the end of each turn, it makes a disadvantaged charisma save to gain its freedom that will last for 1d6 rounds. If you create a circle in blood, that will keep it from penetrating this circle.
You see, the problem is I didn't fuck her before I asked for a demon companion.
Yeah, that would probably give you advantage. Here's the mechanical descriptor there. And then when it breaks free, mechanically in game it's hostile to just about everything, but that might be different considering in this setting how summoning works.
Alright, so Kreshia, it's early in the morning. You haven't slept all night because you've been describing this idiot spell, and then you send him off, and about 10 minutes later, an hour later, long enough for arcane recovery to happen, you get the following message. Back from your mother.
No, the gods have been so worried since hearing about the storms and everyone's so much too dangerous there. Should come home.
Prepare for the screaming.
Oh, right, and then she probably gets the following messages.
Yep. That's the response to the first message.
Yep.
Kreshia, like when the first thing comes, it's like,
Just
this
wait.
next one's gonna suck.
3. Just wait till you get to number 3.
I'm so confused.
The sending isn't immediate, and it takes time to perform a sending. So there's a break between each of these messages. The sending itself is around, but it takes time to arrive.
Fair enough. Shit.
Yeah, I guess I will wait for the messages as they come.
By the way, was Sarah doing anything? I was reading something.
I kept the company. I would love Sarah to get a chance to speak with Becky, Queen of the Jews and poisons and drugs and all that fun stuff. I figure there's a lot to learn there.
Queen of the Jews?
Come on, you've built your own economy after restructuring how the city functions and then became leader of the drug trade. Everyone knows that was secretly the Jews.
Was it?
No, the dwarves.
Yeah. No, it was the
Jews
Jews.
don't
The
have to.
dwarves are effectively the
Yeah. No, they
merchants
really are.
like that. She
True.
just made sure the agriculture sector were build up the city, and then drug trade.
The Jews don't have to involve themselves in drug trade.
Wait, did she skip over the part about the whole Lord Winter thing?
It seems like it. She hasn't responded to that. Which is odd.
Which is expected.
Maybe she blacked it out. She was so aghast that she just blanked the whole memory out.
She's pulling a Trump just to keep denying it ever happened.
Oh god.
Should have said Theresa May to keep it topical to the Brits.
I'm just like sitting there awake, and probably I just wakes her up by bolting up and going, "Yeah!" Loud in my brain.
Oh, she thought it was a joke!
Alright, I'm going to burn a 4th level
Oh,
spell
she's
slot to
that
send
dumb.
back.
She really thinks that she fucking killed him.
Yeah, I burn a
That's
4th level spell
sad.
slot. I'm gonna message her and be like, this isn't a joke. I'm sorry, but really,
I see this only going poorly.
I can send more later. Out of magic right now. It's not a joke. So put it down to 25.
Oh, I wish I could donate some of my magic for you to fucking send some more messages along, but I cannot.
You mages don't need to be any more powerful.
Incoherent screaming. That's all your response is incoherent screaming.
Yeah, your response to that is incoherent screaming.
Okay, great.
Well, not like scared screaming, just like angry screaming at you.
Yeah.
This is the
Like,
kind
oh,
of thing
fuck.
that you
If
get
she-
like when you've come home just completely smashed and probably like covered in drugs and beer and bodily fluids. Just the
Don't
like
pretend
I'm
you
angry and
Come back
disappointed in you.
home with the car through the
I
garage.
smashed the car. Yeah, I bent a car around a fucking light post, like just outside. I had
Yep.
to. It was like a few meters from the garage door, and I fucked it at the last second.
Yep.
You know, I
So
thought you were
close
going to
to
go
being
somewhere
perfect.
different with that, but glad you didn't.
All right, I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
to sleep and send more messages in the morning.
Be right back.
You can talk to a few people in the meantime, so I know you had that planned.
Yeah, which I might end up doing in the morning, because yes, I do want to get some time to speak with Celadri and Becky and learn cool, fun things.
So Zanza sneaks out to go to
Yeah,
Stormcastle.
I know Sarah was supposed to do like
Yeah,
something
Sarah wants to
entirely
get some
that
Becky
we
chat
would-
time.
Yeah,
I know
I
that
saw you
she no
typing
doubt has
down, like,
many
everything you were
toys.
doing.
Yeah.
I'm amazed no one reacted to that.
To what? Sorry.
Zanza sneaks out to go to Stormcastle.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm not doing that. I was.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Okay, let me just point out, you're gonna sneak out. How?
That is also true. I kind of need to teleport.
don't know how to
You
get out of here.
teleported.
There might be stairs. There might
I mean,
be a
I can
lot of
take
stairs.
me and one person by the dimension door.
There aren't any stairs, remember, we're under the sea.
Are we? I thought we were just underground.
So
Yes.
the part of the
No, we were
building you guys are
teleported.
in is underwater. There used to be a stairway, but it collapsed. That's why Winter
I
wanted
can
this place
swim.
in
Fuck
particular,
you guys.
because it's impossible to
I'm
get
joking.
here.
So Zanza gets teleported so he can sneak off to Stormcastle.
I feel like if he asked Lord Winter, he'd be like, "Ah, fuck, that's funny. Go ahead."
I mean, yeah, basically.
Can I? Can? Hmm.
Oh, and by the way, write down whatever your mom's saying, or what it sounds like, and I can probably translate it.
I mean, I speak deep. You speak ancient. Deep Elvish is the current speech.
Alright. Alright. Speak ancient Elvish. Sorry.
Krista speaks both.
Oh, yeah, she's old enough to. Doesn't look a day over a
To her,
fucking
it's
milfy
not
ass 30.
ancient Elvish.
If only.
To her,
I
it's
could-
not ancient Elvish. It's Elvish. With
And this is that we're
new
speaking that
Elvish.
newfangled Elvish.
I could have translated if they were moon elves. Then they'd be speaking weave.
Mhm. Can I ask Lord Winter some question?
I mean, yeah, he's right there.
So
Once you
This is the
pull yourself
the
out
next.
of his wife's bed, yes.
this is the next morning, I guess.
Yep. So you find Winter sitting on his throne. He is again talking to Kalen. I think the rest of his advisors are probably fucked off somewhere.
Hmm.
As they do.
Yeah. So Kalen will see you approaching, and she'll give you a little smile and say, "Oh, good morning, Mary."
Morning.
Oh, you don't look well. Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Let's just say I have a hangover.
Oh dear. All right.
Hey, you're pregnant. No drinking.
And she'll give you she'll reach up onto the dais and give you like a pat on the thigh and walk off. Let you talk to Winter.
I'll watch her go. You two are talking an awful lot.
So Winter will turn his attention to you and just like steeple his fingers.
Oh, I'm gonna play the cool, mysterious lord, are you?
No, I was trying to hold in a belch. Do you want something? He just gives you a grin like that's totally not what he's doing, but he'll play along.
Yeah, well, what are you? What? If you don't mind my asking, what are you guys talking about?
Why, her mother, of course. She's ever so
Oh.
interested in Kalira's glory days. And to a lesser extent, how one fails at being a paladin, how one falls from grace.
Oh, I
Would
see.
know a lot about that, wouldn't you?
And then he casts a power word kill. Goodbye, Zanza.
And it was worth it. If you kill me, it only validates it.
Do you sleep?
Winter will sort of consider that for a moment. No. Not in the traditional sense. Of course, I'm an elf. I never slept.
Elves don't sleep.
Oh, you didn't know.
Well, there aren't exactly a lot around.
Didn't you get knocked up by one?
And
She
Kreshia,
sleeps.
She sleeps with everyone.
At least I'm pretty sure she's sleeping, unless every single time she's just faking sleeping. That would be weird, though.
But then what else did she fake?
Their love.
Alright, in order to spend those messages, I've now fucking had to Arcane Recovery to get back any spell slots at all. Good. Ow, my spell slots. But important to send them.
Must be. And you're Daka.
It's annoying, but we have to count out 25 words at a time.
I bet it is just a ball ache. If I could cast sending, I would fucking send messages too, but I can't. God, I could send so many messages because I just have to wait an hour. I just have to take I just have to.
Yes, that's why
my
it's
energy.
If it were a ritual, you would have unlimited bullshit.
I could just keep sending messages.
Yep.
It must be hard to be a mage and not be able to unlimitedly bend the rules of reality.
Well, DCL, don't fucking worry about that because you're gonna get to be one next week.
Why do you remind me? No, I got two. Oh, shit,
I'm
you're right.
fucking say this.
It is next week. Fuck.
I am looking forward to it so fucking much because I made a character specifically to trigger your goddamn ass.
Please don't do that. I'm actually making a serious attempt at mage. Don't trigger me.
Yeah, please be nice to DCL.
I get bullied enough.
Oh yeah, I will be very nice to DCL, don't worry, because I don't have to restrain myself literally 90% of the time by being Frida.
God damn it, let's just continue on with this game, alright?
So I want to ask him what he does when he doesn't have, like, what did he do to spend to like bleed the time away? Like, God, must be. I can't
So,
imagine it'd be very.
as you're saying that, he just looks over your head towards where Arishka is, like, talking to one of her daughters, and he just gets a little faint smile and says, "What am I doing indeed?"
Oh, might I say who? Nyah, 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 nyah.
Oh! I got completely different implications from that.
I don't
What?
look back. I don't look back at Areshka. I look back at him. Really?
Like, all day.
How do you? How? Just how?
Balls of steel, kid.
God, I want to punch him in the face for making that joke seriously.
I mean, he'd fucking need him. The only other person
I mean,
to survive a long, long,
I
long
guess
round with Arishka
I guess
was
you'd have to, but
Kresh's dead. Oh my.
jeepers.
Balls shouldn't even work. You're a fucking vampire.
You know what? Since we're just waiting around for stuff and we're blowing spell slot, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna
Well-
talk his head. Like, I'm not gonna nag his
The
head off
thing
like
is-
Zanza. I'm just gonna. If he's willing to listen, if he's got anything better to do.
Huh? What?
If Lord Winter has nothing better to do, I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna talk to my grandpa about about Mary's about Mary's life, because he's never been around. He's never been around, and maybe he'd be interested in knowing what Mary's life was like.
Yeah.
Instead of ignoring about his granddaughter, sort of granddaughter.
Yeah, actually, that's probably, like, when you start going down that road, that's probably the friendliest you've ever seen Lord Winter. He'll happily talk to you about that, and eventually Arishka will
Awesome.
wander over and snuggle up next to you. And there is much family bonding.
I'm asking the mirror another question because we have this thing, so I might as well abuse it for all it's fucking worth.
I mean, yeah, that's what it's there for. Can you show me any of its keep suppose? The mirror doesn't do anything.
Ah, fuck it. I tried. Does it just not do anything because of a bad rhyme, or? Huh.
You can make an Arcana check.
You know, I hate you so much sometimes.
What? You know,
Arcana check, really?
I
For
didn't.
Zanza?
I didn't choose
you're-
you not to play a wizard.
You know what? I'll make that fucking check.
I mean, you could ask for some help from one of the magically inclined individuals in the party.
And I can. I probably will.
All right. So Arcana. I think a 10's enough to figure. The foe is really kind of. You know, it depends on it depends on your choices. If anything in there is going to be a foe.
You should ask the mirror if Zanza will ever find his true love.
Yeah, that's for later. Besides, if you use a mirror, it just takes the fun out of that. Need to find out a rhyme for it to tell me what enemies are there.
They're besties now.
Not unexpected. If I remember rightly, Soldier as well, like, new thief can't, right?
Yeah, I think her sister taught her that at some point, so yeah. And having them a time. Sierra comes back, like, knowing sign, like, a little bit of side language and just, like, has a conversation with Mary.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I speak. That is a language I have. Sign
Yes,
language.
and
Yeah,
what you
no
learn
one
taught by the very same person.
Yes.
Did Sarah learn Minty Boomdassel?
No, she's not nearly high enough level to cast that.
Reversal?
She's not
I
nearly high
bet-
enough level to cast that.
Fresh
But
breath.
I can't learn.
She
spells.
probably could learn that, yeah.
I wish I could learn Minty
Spritz.
Boomdassel. That would be the best.
I mean, you can
spell.
cast 4th level spells, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
And you could.
would have to get rid of. I would have to lose. I guess I would have to dump Elemental Bane.
I could get Boomdazzle, but I don't think I can afford it. Are they in the surgery spells in like handouts at all?
They can be. If you wanna, yeah, make an Arcana check. And let's see if you can grasp Celadri's madness.
Oh,
Okay.
please! It takes madness to understand madness.
Players' journals.
Yeah, it's double yes.
Oh no.
There you go.
Smack talk.
Third
Huh,
made that
I
spell
didn't
up.
know that was a spell she had.
She uses it in bed for dirty talk.
But that's a fucking really good spell. Holy shit, Smack Talk. That's a nice level 1.
It's really good. It's a Warlock spell too.
Little asterisk next to it has not been play tested.
Oh, so it's Bard, Sorcerer, Warlock, so I can't use it.
Cack. Let's see. So when Zanza asks the mirror that question, you see the same image the others saw earlier. You see this tower that is sunken halfway into the river, and bathing in it is what looks like a frostmander, a blue-scaled salamander.
Ah. I wonder if does she look friendly?
Well, you can see her back, and it's a pretty nice back. I mean, you know.
How closely does her muscles resemble the back of Marcus? For that is a back of justice.
Probably a lot. She's fairly strong looking.
Seems like a fair and just back.
I just put Massive Milky Memories in my spellbook. Reversal is obviously more useful, but Kreshia isn't that kind of person.
And she looks like a... How does the salamander look again?
Like you can just see this blue-scaled salamander bathing in the water. Most of her body's obscured. She has long blue hair draped down her shoulders and seems fairly strong in physique. But you can't really see a whole lot of detail on her. So, is there anything anyone else would like to do? Or is
I
the
would
party
like to-
ready to depart?
I would like, before we depart, I would like to give Lord Winter a hug.
Okay.
Oh,
Doesn't
From you,
deserve it.
he will accept the hug. He is extremely cold to the touch, and his skin feels kind of clammy.
I almost want to cast Prestidigitation on him to warm him up, but that seems like it might be rude.
Yes.
Regardless, I will give him a big hug.
Dog, stop chewing on my goddamn chair. Oh
God
boy,
damn
this
it.
spell's back. Good.
Oh
I'm glad this is
boy.
happening.
you can indeed teach an old dog new tricks.
Alright. So, I guess we're ready to depart then.
Wait. I want
Okay.
to see if this blue salamander's nice. Do we have?
I feel like the mirror can't answer that.
Fair enough.
It cannot see
really-
into the future.
Oh
Only
yeah,
the
I
past.
forget. It's a magical seeing mirror. not-
Scrying.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not a. It's not an all. It's not omniscient.
Yeah, it's not the magic 8-ball. It is a
Right, got a
scrying
little carried
device.
away there. All right. Departing it is. Yeah,
Anything else? Oh. Okay, so this explains a lot of things. Mute button exists. So the entirety of like everything that happened was everyone else doing stuff, and then next day be like, okay.
I guess. Also, if I'm allowed, can I get some potions of haste from Becky?
Hmm.
Well, she can cook them.
The question is, will she? The answer is probably yes. You can have 1 potion of haste.
Take it.
But you can't drink it because
The good
otherwise
thing
you'll
it doesn't-
die.
I can't drink it, otherwise
Just get a sip.
if I drink it, I'll disappear into the Speed Force and become one with it.
Yep.
Instead of becoming the Avatar Storm, I just become the Avatar Speed.
You literally become Sonic.
Lightning and storm. But yeah, back in herself, it doesn't take long. She's a master alchemist and instant alchemy. She can do it for like a fraction of the cost.
Ah, yes,
Very
but that was
strict.
in Pathfinder. This is 5e.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
even know what I would. I don't even know what I would even consider getting, if anything.
Well, you have anything that she can cook, and she has an extended fucking repertoire.
Also, Zenz has a question for Frida.
Goat.
We need to start making stories and tales about good demons, or at least misunderstood ones. You think you could help me write a nuanced tale about the story of a
Yes.
mistreated demon? Alright then. We'll have to make sure we sing it, or at least tell it, every time we go to a hotel and inn, and hopefully it spreads.
Well, we already have a few demons that we have. Well, the demons, the one that had in the current world, remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was misunderstood.
We just need to be able to sway the public heart about it. Alright then. On the road again,
It shouldn't be too hard.
and then the encounter table rolls the spirit of justice.
Yeah, so you guys get zapped back up to the ground floor of the ruined city and are left alone there. The champion who takes you up will go back downstairs, and you are left with the oppressive winds of magic still billowing through this place.
Well, prestidigitation to warn people. Hello, cat. Yes, you're tiny and fat. Yes, you're a meow.
Oh, right. With everything going on, I forgot about your training, Sarah. We'll have to get back on that next morning. Actually, who am I kidding? You can train and travel at the same time.
Oh boy.
You look around and Sira is already like 100 feet ahead of the party.
Ah, so eager for that training.
There's no escaping him. She brought this on herself.
She
Yeah,
can't
I mean-
exactly fade into the snow.
Zen's
Her, what's her name? Her prank got hard countered by Zanza's earnestness.
Zanza rushes off to go train his
Oh
squire.
no. Poor Sira. Alright.
Yeah, she brought
It's
this on
too late.
herself.
Alright, Zanza, why don't you make either an athletics or acrobatics check to see how you could impress upon Sira? Okay.
16.
She's pretty
Double
good.
nines. Have I not rolled a... No, I did. I have one roll above 10.
Alright. So, I guess you guys are just going to go in a pretty much straight line towards the
Storm Castle.
Alright, so
Well,
let's hit the encounter
as
button.
much as we can.
How
we
long?
need
How
to
long is the
can.
journey meant to be?
Let's find out. So, 96, 24. So R96 plus 24. Divide that by. I believe you can move 24. That'll take 5 days, ish.
Okay. On like the first day, assuming nothing attacks us, fucking, I want to introduce Mary to a brand new spell
Oh boy.
because of course I do.
Oh, right. I should probably tell you all. What the?
Hey.
Oh, just for the 5 days. I should probably
Yeah.
mention to you all that that at the castle, I asked the mirror, and it told me that here would be the place where I could start on my quest to become the Avatar of Storms. So if there's
Sweet.
So if there's anything particular stormy looking, whatever that would look like,
Except for
have
the
first dibs on it.
storms.
I
I
mean,
hate
besides,
storms.
Zanza kind of looks questioning at you and like, why?
They're scary.
Can't you shoot thunder from your hands?
Yeah, but that's me, not the fucking sky itself.
It's just nature being nature. It's no
I
different from...
grew up in an underground city. Storms are scary as fuck.
Zanza will...
It's like the sky is angry, Zanza.
I mean, we fought a massive flood before.
Yes, and it was scary as fuck.
I'm having a hard time arguing against this point. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, great. I'm just hoping there's an off switch when we get inside.
Nothing that the inspiring Avatar of Storms won't be able to handle.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Is pretty much right. So, on the 5th day of our
Christmas.
journey, yes indeed. Let's see, let me turn off dynamic lighting because it's daytime.
Random question: does Mary save out of massive? Yeah.
It's a good question. Do you try to resist the spell?
Do I need to
What spell is happening to somebody? I was
To you.
What?
Yeah, you're getting a spell cast on you, Mary. Better roll a
Outright
saving
now.
throw.
Like, no, during one of the nights on the journey, not like right
Oh.
before we walk into an encounter. Fuck.
Wouldn't that be really bad since Mary's already pregnant and basically going to get that anyways? Won't the effect double?
I think you mean to replace the word bad with awesome?
Make sure you're giving me warning on this.
Yeah,
okay?
so not just like, bravo!
Oh, thank goodness. I'll
Time
make
for a
sure to-
party time?
Yeah, okay.
Wait a sec. Hey, Zanza!
No.
What?
Zanza
Oh
needs-
yeah, you could totally use
Would
this
you like
spell on
boobies?
No, I need to keep aerodynamic.
Zanza. Aerodynamic.
Just little
It's fine.
cups. Little A's.
Besides, I'd have to retailor all my clothes, and that's just an inconvenient.
Oh please.
Fine. He doesn't want boobs, you guys. Just you wait. Later. Bammo. Titties.
Alright, so as you guys are having this discussion, you crest a small hilltop on the river's edge and come upon a fairly large group of Amazons who are walking in your direction. They are quite heavily armed and armored, at least as far as Amazons go, and
Yeah.
a couple of them who are standing across the riverside seem to have spellcasting implements.
Oh,
Hmm.
hello there.
No need to be
Yeah.
be friendly.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, one of the Amazons, the largest of the bunch and certainly the most muscular, will stomp forward and give you all a look over and say, "You're not from around here."
Nope.
Was it obvious?
She nods sagely, as if this is indeed a revelation.
Ah. Yes, no, we came by flying ship. Guests of the Queen, no less.
She'll ponder it a moment, then nod to herself and look back at the women behind her, then look at you and say, "All right, then. Which one of you wants to fight me?"
I
You want
mean,
this one, this Zanza?
I already fought the queen.
How do you feel about magic and stuff?
Magic, a coward's tool in a duel.
Or if
Well,
it's
then it
being
has to be
used
either
while the sword is
Zanza or
being
Marcus.
swung?
As much.
Hold on.
Work.
Dog!
No,
Yes, hello, I like you a
love,
lot. Shut up, though.
Love.
Love me, Papa!
If she's not going to accept any kind of magic, then it has to be Zanza, Marcus, or Kalon.
I mean, we don't have to duel her. We are.
I mean,
She
it seems
wants
only
it, though.
polite.
She wants us to duel.
Okay, let me put it this way. We're on to a magical castle. We shouldn't be getting ourselves potentially hurt.
It's okay. I can't if you get hurt.
You have the goatiest of
I'll
goats.
heal you up.
I mean, I would, but I have a feeling they won't like me zipping around the place.
Well, no, you'll have to stand and fight like you did with the Queen.
Zanza just smash cuts to him being smacked across with an axe. Yeah, not eager for that.
Yeah, but you won!
Barely.
It was still a victory. I mean, she's probably not quite as powerful as the Queen.
Zanza will look over and size up the champion.
I think Savin's still dealing with embulkification.
Yeah,
enough.
my dog is going insane. She desperately wants attention. Yes,
Does she need the loo?
No, she just came back from the bathroom.
Ah.
I think she's just woke now. No, don't
Stay
chew
woke,
on me.
fam.
Don't chew on me, though. Alright. Yeah, I mean, she's a tall, beefy Amazon wearing a, lamellar corset and pants, has a long, lion skin cloak hanging over her shoulders, and is carrying a hand-and-a-half sword on her hip, as well
Out of
as
character,
another sword on her boot.
Out of character, I'd be much more willing to do this if it wasn't for the fact that my dice have been kind of dicks. But I guess that's a little meta, so...
Just feeling a bit gun-shy about your dice.
And since Marcus is not here, I guess I will make the attempt. Alright.
Wait, no. You have Marcus is right behind you, and Adjatha haven't said anything, so we have to, try to communicate with the Adjatha.
Yeah, I'm
Come
here.
on, gather your energy here. Let's try to send
It sounds
a message
almost
to
like
the
he's
Adjatha.
actually here.
Yeah.
You guys.
Do you want to duel with the big lady?
So,
Well, I don't feel like we have anything to duel over. I mean,
Just for the fun of doing it, I guess.
that doesn't sound like very much fun.
What?
Duels
Not
are
thrown down in
normally
a big old
for
tussle?
honor or,
No, it's not a-
people are doing bad things or you're training or something,
Hmm.
Fighting for the
it's
sake
not
of
a
fighting.
duel.
seems
It's
So,
in this
when you
case,
say that,
just
Marcus, the
sparring.
Amazon yells down from 20 feet away, "Are you a pussy?"
No, actually, I'm male. Male, yeah.
Really? I can't see much malehood on you.
Because his armor's covering it.
Yeah, I kind of have a lot of armor here. Plus, this pretty nifty tabard.
Besides, this is pointless. I'll fight you because I am a gladiator from my land.
Ah, yes, the great big man sends his son to come fight me.
Not Marcus.
As usual for menfolk, right? And all the women behind her laugh.
I'm not Marcus's son, although I wouldn't mind do, and thank you for assuming that I'm male. It gets confusing sometimes.
Oh, a woman! Even better.
No, he's a dude.
I mean, I don't like to talk about it. It gets confusing. Let's
Tell
just
you
fight.
what, if you lose, I'll give you giant tits that spray milk.
Hey, I don't want that.
No, not you. Her, actually, the champion. I can make them bigger and milky.
She looks behind her to the other women and then laughs and says, "That sounds like a victory for me, but
Sure, either way then. Win or lose, fuck it. I want to use the spell some more. It's fun.
All right.
Kaelin and Ancir just roll their eyes."
Before we
I'm going to
start
have to get my dresses tailored again.
Before we start this duel, I do want to actually establish the limits of the arena. Amazons tend to have a tend to don't like me running away from their weapons hitting my face.
Yeah. Where's the question?
Yeah, so the Amazon will just cross her arms and say, "Stand and fight like a man. If that is what you are."
I only promise to try. All right.
She snickers and says, "Well, let's see what these mainlander men have to offer."
Zanza will draw his sword and lightening it up.
Alright. And it begins. Roll initiative.
Diced. Okay. Yay, first blood.
Well, maybe first blood.
First attack.
Yeah, first attack.
Alright, Zanza will just move in and swing.
Kick her ass, Seabass.
Come on, this one doesn't have a super big magic axe. You'll be fine.
Hmm.
You know how to fucking try and end it. So
Boop.
Karate.
Alright, that's a miss.
That's a miss. We'll try it again to boop. Oh, that's it.
That is a
And
hit.
we'll stunning fist.
Con save.
Alright.
Oh,
Oh no, she didn't have none of your shit.
She likes electric play.
And I'll spend a key point to flurry of blows.
Alright, remember if you want a stunning fist any of those, do it after the individual attack. Alright, so that's a hit.
Oh. And a hit. So, stunning fist attempt on the first one.
Okay.
And then another if she doesn't get stunned.
Alright, she gets
she's
stunned, so the second one is a hit. Punch, 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 punch. Alright.
Karate. Yata-ta-ta-ta.
fucking bunny paw.
Yata-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Well, it's Zanza
So yeah, you just
again.
punch her right in the tit, and she yelps in pain and staggers back completely off balance. And you get another round on her.
Alright then. Boop. 15 hit?
Nope.
Boop.
That's a
Ooh.
crit.
Crit.
And good night.
Again.
Oh,
20. Well, no, she's still up barely.
You know, I'll spend another key point for flurry and assume that I'm going to punch her out in 2 bits. So, boop. This is 12.
Nope.
24 hit.
That does.
16.
And it reduces her exactly to 0. Alright. So the Amazon pulls her. The summary of this fight is you decide to fight. The Amazon pulls her swords out, and before she gets to even move towards you, you just lipped into her face and punch her into the ground and just pummel her into unconsciousness.
ah,
Woohoo! Zanza! Zanza!
go.
Yeah, the Amazons around are just stunned into silence for a moment. Then, after a moment, one of the druids will come over and say, 50 gold to buy him from you.
Please.
I am not for sale. We've already run up through that path.
Yeah, no, the Amazon Queen tried to buy him, and then he beat her in a fight.
There's just uproarious laughter at that. Whether they believe you or not, they sure find it funny. Alright, the champion is restored to consciousness.
There goes my.
Oh,
I really gotta get a better
Kina.
spell for the. No.
Yeah, don't worry.
My healing elixirs can recharge way faster than your yours does. Than your healing stuff does.
The elixirs are like a
Yes,
what?
but
a
I'm a
10-minute off.
healer. Remember, I'm a
know.
healer.
Yes, but
No,
So-
I need the actual ability.
The ability healer,
Yeah.
the feat thing for
yeah.
doing an
I
action
mean, you
on
can
him.
use that too.
All right, so she's restored to consciousness, and if you try to heal her anymore after that, she'll just brush you off and say, "I'm fine. I'm fine."
All right, who's ready for some titties?
All right. Oh yes, right.
Blammo!
Well,
I should
all
have made
right,
that
little
into a
boy,
roll
come here and
built
claim
into
your
it.
prize.
You should have warned her first, I think.
Yeah, she was one.
She was.
I
All
mean,
right.
warn
She
her.
goes up silver cups. Sorry, no.
right.
She gains one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
no, that's
I mean,
if they have no
warn her
breasts
so
or a
she
flat
can take her
chest.
top off.
So,
increases
presuming
by
that she
3.
was already chesty, then she just goes up by 3.
So she now has F
She
cups.
pops out.
Yes, her
Wait.
armor
Pops
just
out.
breaks. Poof.
Bush! Sweet.
And squirt. And she's stunned again. So yeah,
It's a different kind of
Zanza,
stunning.
the Amazon is offering you no holds barred casual sex with a giant titty Amazon. Do you partake?
And we can stop for lunch, Zanza.
I wouldn't mind stopping for lunch. I get my healing elixirs back.
I imagine her armor exploding makes the sound of like someone dropping a whole just a shit ton of dishes on the floor. Just bresh.
Yep.
I suppose it
Oops.
is custom.
See, that's why you gotta warn them when you cast this, when you're gonna cast that spell.
You're right. That was kind of bad of me. It's fine. Links are linkable.
All right, time for round 2.
Excellent. The rest of the Amazons get very excited. And yeah, this is what they do for entertainment.
On the whole day.
We're gonna have a casual lunch.
All right.
Just like
So-
get the fire going, make some food.
So,
Wait,
Kreshia,
wait.
I had an idea.
I want
So, first of all,
I want Savin to tell me what the reaction is when the Song of Holding is removed.
there's just universal
There's a
sadness that he's not for sale.
Jackpot.
And yeah, the
Not for
Amazon's
sale.
eyes go
That's
wide,
right.
and then she has larger chest, he has a larger tool. It just works out.
And then they fucked.
Yep, and then they fucked.
So, Kreshia, I had an idea. I want to run by you.
Yeah.
So, we were talking to
Oh.
Ereshka the other day about summoning demons and how that works.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what if we all worked together to summon one demon, except each one of us takes the place of a different emotion. Like one
I mean,
person
it's
is.
doable. The only downside is that we would need the lifeblood of someone recently passed.
Or we could just get our hands on some residium.
Yeah, or that.
I mean, remember my idea of breaking down the essence of a soul shard?
Yeah, but not
Still
that
want-
one. Come on.
Not that one. We can get another one.
Right. Okay.
But if we can do that, we can get some residium.
I suppose
if it
we've got some
works.
Hedrah.
Oh no, we're gonna use the Hydra for something else.
That's true.
Oh,
We already have
Oh,
plans
no.
for Hydra.
oh
I'm thinking
shit.
of another one. We're gonna get another soul shard. Then we can try and break down that. And if we get some residium, I really want to try to summon a demon, but with this idea in mind. Like
Sure.
some
I'd be down to
one
do
of
that.
one of us can take like Zanza could channel justice, and
Of course.
Frida could channel hope, and we could do like all these this array of positive emotions.
I mean,
maybe
yeah,
it would-
don't have to persuade
And
me.
maybe, yeah, maybe we could summon the ideal conditions for a complete personality.
Yeah, I mean, I like the sound of it. You will not find disagreement here.
Okay.
Muda,
Hooray.
muda.
Battles are won before they are
Sun
fought.
Snoo.
Sun Snoo.
Sun Snoo! Oh, that's good.
Excellent. All right.
I like that.
uh,
Inspiration for Zanza.
Yeah. All right, Zanza, you can take inspiration for engaging in honorable combat with Amazon Lady, and then vigorous combat a moment later.
Successes. Vigorous success.
I mean, he'd have gotten inspiration either way, but
He succeeded with the style.
yeah, he succeeded with style. Yes. All right, and then the Amazons will also break for lunch while their leader
Yeah,
gets
they want to
railed
join
into the
us.
ground.
We've got like tea and some coffee and some munchies.
And then
I've got
everybody
weed.
had
How would everyone like weed?
and then everybody had a nice afternoon and
No.
nothing went wrong, right, Savin?
Yeah, they're not gonna fuck with you. They're just like, yeah, okay.
Oh, expecting a monster ambush.
No,
Very well then.
if you hadn't agreed to fight them, they might have attacked you. But no,
Really?
honorable combat, honorable bonings, and then they have lunch.
The Amazon ways are strange, yet for some reason I empathize with them.
Yeah, like this apparently
Oh.
is just standard operating procedure because none of them are even like perturbed by this going on in the background of their lunch.
Yeah. Some might say
Sometime-
jaded, but whatever.
Anyway, the party solves
Party's
that
hard.
crisis.
Crisis.
Oh, by the way, don't forget we got Eagle Zanza giving us a massive view, so see where the hell we're walking.
All right. Yeah. If sight is a need, I will always be willing
Yeah.
to burn my cloak
I
for the
mean,
day.
define need. You already been this way, so
Yeah. So we shouldn't need.
Yeah, but cough, cough, giant, more reveal of map. Cough, cough. It's good to know. Cough, cough.
I mean, kind of is, I suppose. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't use giant eagle form to scout out.
or what did I say? It was 30.
It is one of these. We can still see the outline ourselves, so it's like that distance around. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's about it.
Yep.
For some reason, that small town gives me conniptions.
Why?
It's called Old Necropolis.
And it's not a town; it's a necropolis.
Oh, that's a thing.
And necropolis literally is the word for like a giant graveyard.
Oh, I've never actually
Yeah.
heard that word.
It's literally Necropolis, City of Death, because they were
Necropolis.
fucking Necropolis. Yeah, they weren't there like before the 1900s? Weren't there like a necropolis in Britain?
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Either way,
Yeah, in London
conniptions.
before they moved in.
Conniptions.
Alright, so the party reaches the edge of the storm, and it's an almost palpable effect as you pass into this wall of dark storm clouds hanging heavily overhead. The wind begins to pick up, moisture hangs in the air, and the constant rumble of thunder shakes you to your very bones.
I will hold Kreshia's hand and give it a squeeze. It's gonna be
Alright.
okay.
All right, Sarah.
Oh
so
yeah,
This is,
awesome.
so this is part of your training. If you can dodge a lightning bolt, you can dodge a sword.
Please do not get my daughter hit by lightning.
I mean,
And also, involuntarily, Kreshia now has disadvantage on everything she does while we're outside and in the storm.
I don't control where the lightning goes. It's just kind of a good idea not to be hit by it.
Well, Syrah is going to try and hide, but doesn't do a particularly good job.
I mean, it beats my passive perception.
Beats your passive perception, but everyone else is just seeing her.
No, I
just
mine's
see the
12.
tail. Well, okay. Just see the tail wag in the snow there, and sounds like, I wonder where Sarah is.
I was gonna say I don't
This
make
looks
an
like-
active check for
You
her,
know what would
but
be funny?
I'm gonna try because this is a storm and her running off is dangerous.
What would be funny is if the stealther rolled like a 3, everybody rolled higher than them except for one person who rolled a nat 1 to see them, and they just like, so obviously trying to be stealthy but failing miserably, and is just basically just in plain sight, and the other person's just like, where'd they go? I don't get it.
Huh?
Where
What
are
was
they?
that noise?
What's
You mean
going
that?
on?
Huh? What was that noise?
What was that noise?
So yeah,
He says
what
with
do
an
you
arrow
do
sticking out of
once
his
you
fucking head.
enter the storm surge?
Well, we need to be careful, and I don't really know what we have. Well, first off,
I pull my hat up over my ears, and I try not to cry like a little baby.
we should probably be worried about Marcus, who is an all-metal.
You're not wrong.
All right, everybody, get naked.
I am not.
We're cold for that, but I do think we should find some way of safely storing Marcus's armor.
It wouldn't help much because it's still a big lump of metal.
I have a question
What
for our
about
party
the
mages.
magic bag of magic?
I have a question
My
for
bag is for null magic. It's not really going to do anything about lightning, sadly.
I have a question for our party mages.
Sure.
Yes.
If I charge my sword with lightning and then use it as a lightning rod, do you think that would work and not get me fried?
We would have to make it so that you weren't lightning conductor first. You're kind of grounded and you would die. Now, tell you what, if you flew high enough in the sky that it wouldn't, arc to the ground, you could totally fly around with a lightning sword in your hands and not get killed.
If I in bird form, I kind of like lightning a part of my body. I don't know if that would make me immune to lightning.
I mean,
though.
you could just be holding a thing.
I could. It has to be a weapon.
I forget the science of lightning stuff. If you're in the air and there's not enough space between you and the ground that it can arc, does that mean you can't be electrocuted?
I mean, lightning arcs from a cloud to ground, so that's a lot of distance.
Well,
I don't suppose, Kreshia, I don't suppose you have any kind of energy protections.
I have only protection from evil.
Darn. You know what would have been a good idea? Getting a protection from energy spell.
This would actually be. If we didn't need to get to the castle,
Is someone in back there? We had been thinking properly.
If we didn't need to get to the castle, this would be a perfect time for me to train. I could try to let the lightning pass through my body.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Gotta pull Avatar Firebender or training for lightning bending. You have to let the lightning flow.
God damn it. How far is it from the castle through these storms to get to that castle?
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have an idea. Now,
Yep.
bear with me on this. But yeah, how far is it from the storms to the castle?
About 6 miles.
Shit. My plan might not work then. That's a lot of distance. Actually, I have another question. How long will the earth elemental from that diamond last?
I don't know. I think it's like an hour or something. Let's check it out.
Let's see, a conjure elemental, right?
Yeah.
Conjure elemental,
Let's see.
duration up to an hour.
Balls. I was thinking maybe we could summon the earth elemental and it could dig us a fucking trench to walk through.
The
But,
6 miles is quite a trench, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Maybe if we had like 6 elementals.
A mile an hour underground is not easy.
You know what would have been a great thing to have at this time? That's fucking staff.
The lightning staff.
No, the earth staff that could have gotten from. what's her name?
Yeah.
From the
Miss
ghost.
Kason.
From Kasner, yeah. That would have been great. Then we could have had enough earth elementals to do this.
Obviously, I just need
To dig a trench.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just need to pull up Avatar and try to make the lightning pass through me. It's clearly the optimal
Question:
solution.
how far can we get in an hour?
A couple of miles.
but not all the way.
No.
It'll take us at least an hour and a half, right?
Well, is it gonna be night when we get there? Are we gonna sleep before we get to the castle, or?
I think it's like early morning when you get there on the 6th day.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Otherwise, we could have just
far
Polymorph
does that-
somebody.
How far does the Mission Door let you teleport?
500 feet. It's not jumping me even more than a tenth of a mile.
Yes, it's not teleport.
Yeah, I believe, in fact, a mile is 5,600 feet, maybe? I'm going to Google it.
It's something like that.
5,200 feet. So yeah, no, Dimension Door isn't quite a tenth of a mile, sadly.
Well, is there
Flying
any-
is weak to electric.
Do you have? We don't have any Earth summons, do we?
Just one diamond. It's just one yellow diamond for summoning an Earth Elemental.
And it'll only do us for an hour.
It's not enough time to get
I mean,
to.
and
to
it
get
might
through.
be. Can it achieve 6 miles an hour underground?
Oh, I was thinking that we just
No.
need something.
Well-
I was just thinking we need some kind of lightning rod for the strikes towards us to go somewhere else.
How thick is
Guys,
this? Here's a go. How thick is the storm curtain?
Define thick.
Like, if we travel through it, what are the odds we'll get hit by lightning?
Not very high.
Okay.
So we could just try to stay low to the ground.
It's literally just a lightning
That
storm.
was
It's
the-
not like someone's shooting chain lightning down at you.
Okay.
Now, there isn't much in the way of shrub around here. It's all kind of been blasted away, but it's still literally the odds of getting hit by lightning are the odds of getting hit by lightning here.
What's Hedrah gonna say?
Well, I was trying
Well-
to see if we can.
While you are all suggesting this, Seer will take out a dagger and mage hand it up into the air.
Smart girl. I was about to do that with Tense's floating disc.
She will high-five you.
That's out of character. Like, that's really fucking stupid.
Why?
I don't see how Mage Hand would be.
Well, as somebody who knows about how far away you are affected by a lightning strike, that's really fucking stupid.
I mean,
The
fair,
closest
but
the closest I've ever been hit by lightning was 6 meters. 6 times 3 is 18 feet.
well, the mage hand can go 30 feet away, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even up to 10 meters, which is 30 feet, you still run the risk of being quite electrocuted.
well, I mean, it's the best you guys got.
I was gonna mention the fact that I could polymorph Zanza into a Boule and have him big.
Now that is excellent, actually. How long does the polymorph last?
1 hour.
And I'm pretty sure a Boulet's ground speed is huge.
Plus my ground speed.
What
already.
is the burrow speed of a boule? It needs to be better than 30 feet for it to help.
Yep. I think it's 40. Let's see.
I will tell you exactly what its burrow speed is. 40 feet.
But do I
So
get my
it's
speed
slightly
bonus?
faster than just walking.
But do I get my speed bonus towards it?
No.
No.
Polymorph is not like wild
Remember,
shape
it's
like
not
that.
wild shape.
Oh yeah, they're different.
They
Mhm.
really are.
Yeah. Can Zanza Boulet dig us a safety hole all the way there then?
No, Zanzabule can dig you there like a little less than half the way.
Well, it's at
Hey,
least
that's something.
quite a safe distance in.
It certainly will probably spare us a little bit of playing the odds of lightning strikes, because for some terrifying reason, I'm pretty sure Savin's going to draw an average of lightning that falls and then roll some dice against it. And his dice want us dead.
Shouldn't we wait until we get closer and then do that?
Not
just
an
in case the storm
unreasonable.
gets stronger.
We're as close as it's getting right now.
Okay.
Okay, so at the edge of the storm, the party's going to create a boule and tunnel.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
Okay. So,
And this way, Kreshia won't have her penalties because she's on the ground.
I
which
mean,
is comfortable in.
it's not the whole distance, so there's going to be some penalties later. But yes,
There you go. Hold.
Yes,
There you
but
go.
so far.
so yeah, let's. I guess Zanza, make a perception check,
There you go. Hold. Okay.
or actually, I guess have a Boule make a perception check. Someone go look up their stats.
sure, no
With
problem.
0.
Okay, so make it roll as flat
no
d20. Good
difference.
luck.
I have a
They have an innate +6 to their perception.
Oh, okay. So a total of 20. All right, Zanza. You are maybe halfway to the end of your polymorph time when you feel an intense vibration coming through the ground from on top of you. Like something has just slammed into the ground on top of the tunnel.
Oh. Shit. Okay, so unfortunately Zanza's not exactly a boule naturally or an engineer. So I don't know if he knows how to dig a safety tunnel. So just for safety's sake of not having the party caved in, Zanza's gonna dig a hole back up to the surface.
All right, so you're
Yeah,
gonna
he's got
breach.
60 foot of tremor sense.
So you're breaching the surface.
Oh wait, I have tremor sense. What's on top of me?
Something on top of you is extremely large and quadrupedal.
Is it digging down?
Yes.
Oh. Then
Okay, what are the odds are that it's instead some kind of terrifying storm dragon, and we actually just want to keep going
Please
as
let
fast
it not
as we
be
can?
another Dark Beast Parl. I've done that once in the last 7 days. Let's not do it
Okay.
again.
So because it's looking like I'm going to have to be unpolymorphed in a bit anyways, I am going to dig a hole to breach the surface.
Okay. So you dig up, and after a couple of minutes,
Oh, we were that deep? Why?
well, I guess a couple of moments. That's probably more accurate. After a bit,
Okay.
you your claws come in contact with whatever this thing is, and the dirt on top of the party is lifted away, and I'm gonna make this token much bigger than it actually is, so it's not fucking insane.
He's not a fucking dragon.
Boop.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, hi, Storm Dragon.
Well,
It's
it's a
even
goddamn
called
storm
Dragon!
drag.
Did you rename it?
No, it was. I just dragged that off the GM layer.
Okay, so
You dig.
Boule,
So yeah, let's just set the scene here. There's a boule digging up out of the ground. The soil parts, and there's this enormous blue finned head just looking down into the hole curiously.
Boule
And-
Zanza waves.
Oh,
I will speak up in Draconic. Hi there.
There's like a moment's curiosity where the dragon just sort of pulls its head back, like, huh? Oh. And then
It's the
it's just
boule
gonna
speaking to
reach in
me.
there and like push Boule Zanza aside so I can look at the rest of the party.
I look terrified at the idea of climbing out of this goddamn hole, but I will shakingly do so.
At this point, can I
Storms.
I'll
I'll come out
You
with
can't. Hedrah can depolymorph you.
Wait, what? I can't in that?
No.
No.
Oh.
Polymorph is technically an aggressive spell because you could turn someone into a fucking squirrel if you wanted.
Oh.
And then the only way to break yourself out of it is to self-harm enough damage to pop Boule form.
I guess I'll gently tug on Frida to depolymorph me.
you see a giant? I see a giant bull. It's nudging me. Like, I pet the bull.
Alright. So yeah, like Zanza, do you let yourself be pushed aside?
I mean, it doesn't seem to be aggressive yet,
Alright.
and I don't know what I'm gonna do as a boule, so sure, I'll kind of shift
Okay,
over.
so you just get like squished up against the side of the tunnel. Yeah, the dragon will like push its muzzle into the hole and stare at the rest of the party with these huge, like crackling blue eyes. And in Draconic, it will say, "Hello there."
How are you?
Better now that I see that there isn't a army of boulets tunneling under my castle.
No, just afraid of getting hit by lightning. Storms are scary.
So the dragon will just like cock its head to the side. Well, don't just stand down there.
Oh, my name is Kreshia. What is yours? And I'll like scramble slowly away as I say out the hall.
Yeah, so the rest of you, of course, just hear this thunderous roaring from the dragon, and like every breath causes Kreshia's hair to fly backwards.
Normal dragon
It's
speak.
cool, he's friendly, I will say in common for now.
She
wanna be-
is friendly.
She. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie.
I want to be
Squint.
polymorph and talk to the dragon.
Alright, so yeah, let me pull you guys over to another
This
map
must
here.
be one of this must be Zanza's favorite kind of dragon.
It is Zanza's favorite kind of dragon.
I wonder if we could cast silence on Kreshia. That way she doesn't have to hear thunder.
Sadly, it's a radius, not target.
I know. Hey, this map looks vaguely familiar.
Hush you.
This
Very small
indeed,
castle. Uh-oh.
the tiniest
I'll
of
meep a
this,
little
but
bit.
it's still good.
So yeah, the dragon will sort of stare at you curiously, and as Kreshia asks it its name, the dragon will sort of preen proudly and say, "I am Kiri of House Bale."
Kiri of what?
Kiri of Bale.
So you're. This is where you've gone. I've heard of you before. Oh wait, right. Right. She's speaking Draconic.
Yeah, she's speaking Draconic.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know shit.
Right,
I
but
will.
when
Before
when
I
you
even translate, let's see. Do I know Kiri of House Bale?
Nope.
Maybe not. Isn't that even with the Era Spider assistance?
Nope.
Nope.
Spider no-
Yeah, I
don't
will
know
instead
shit.
translate. This here is Kiri of House Bale, and then I'll swap back to Draconic. Are you able to speak in common, please? The majority don't understand.
Oh,
I will jump up. I will jump up and down.
Oh,
I know who that is.
you do?
Mm-hmm.
the dragon looks at you curiously.
Go on then.
She can speak. She understand. She understands, right? She does. Just making sure.
I
There's
guess.
like this exaggerated huff from the dragon, and it will say in Draconic, "Tell your friends to put their weapons on the ground, please. I don't fancy becoming someone's prize today."
Oh, okay, sure. She's asking if we can pop our weapons down since she doesn't want to get, stabbed at.
Right, right. I don't have any weapons. I just have my staff, and it's not going to stop me from doing anything. I'm just going to call it to the dragon. Do you remember my mother, Skaza?
So
She talked about you once or twice, and the great big fight that you defended your town from.
I guess does anyone not put their weapons down at this point? Like, Kaelin sure will.
Well, the only ones that have weapons are like that.
And Zanza.
Oh, am I debullied
No.
yet?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you unboule Zanza once everyone's climbed
Well,
out
I
of the
don't
hole?
know that he wants to be unbullied.
I really want to be unbullied. Zanza's
You
trying
would
to...
Too
love to be
bad.
unbullied so
Alright.
much.
So yeah,
It's like, oh shit, it's a giant Sansa.
the dragon will give a little huff and then will shapeshift
Please unbully
into
them.
hello,
the
man.
blue scaled salamander
I will
you guys have seen earlier.
I will stop bullying Sansa.
I will skirt a bow that might be interrupted by a quick yelp from a lightning bolt or so.
Alright, so yeah, you are presented with a tall, statuesque, blue-scaled salamander with curling horns sprouting from her brow, and wearing just a simple white tunic around her shoulders, and at her hip you can see a fairly sizable saber.
Zanza will basically pop into existence on the floor on his knees, looking up with starry
Oof.
eyes.
Okay there, calm down.
But you're a dragon! And a dragon of storms!
He really likes lightning things
And storms.
And storms.
and storms.
Please
Yeah,
don't make
that's
me
scary.
regret not breathing lightning on you.
Wait,
Come on,
Miss-
come on, Santa, be cool.
Right. Zanza will stand back up and start breathing slowly. Right, go talk to her first. I'll wait.
So, yes, my name is Kiri. Might I have the pleasure of your names? You who so brazenly destroy my lawn.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm Zanza.
This is
Said
Zanza
Unfortunate.
Ilgade.
I'm a knight of
And
storms.
temporarily unnamed. Still.
And that bows Frida Gallium.
It's Marcus Shaw. It's my daughter, Sarah Bleaksworthy. And this lovely lady. I'll allow the other princessy girl to introduce herself.
Kaelin will give a curtsy. Say, Princess Kaelin of Aruna. And my sister. So, like, push Mary. Like, do the thing.
Kinathis.
Introduce yourself. Kinathis? I miss that
Yeah,
Kina guy.
What the fuck?
Hi
Can
there.
you hear me
Hey.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
What the
Yes.
fuck happened?
The same thing that always happens.
I wasn't muted, I swear to God. I've been trying to talk for like 10 minutes. I was trying. Anyway, I will introduce myself again as Merisiel Duskrender, daughter of Skeza Duskrender. Someone I think you might know.
Oh, yes. Skeza. The name rings a bell.
Was she a moo cow back then or a foxo?
Oh, she was
Yes.
a hobgoblin, actually.
Oh, she was a hobgoblin back then. Cool.
So, what are a trio of canines, a pair of goats, a large human, who should be dead, and a small horned bunny doing burrowing under the ground?
Well, I at
Well-
least was specifically looking for you.
We were burrowing under the ground to avoid the lightning. We didn't want to get struck by it. And
Oh, no one gets struck by lightning.
Yeah, that's
We
what
wanted
they
to-
all say, and then bam! Lightning.
Yes, lightning, very scary, and she'll, like, wiggle her fingers at you, and her eyes will glow with blue power.
She doesn't seem particularly scared by the dragon doing the crackle, but like then when there's just a rumble of thunder from above, she's just like,
The woman will snicker.
I want to learn from you.
Oh,
give it a second, Zanza. We wanted to go to the castle.
So I can learn from you.
Did
okay. Well, I suppose my first visitors in several years ought to merit at least hearing them out. Do appreciate my solitude, but what is it you want from the castle and me, apparently?
I can't speak for Zanza's sudden obsession with yourself, albeit the prettiness is understandable. but there is a magic circle in your castle, and we could really do with using it to summon the Queen of Elves to go and see the Lord of Vampires and say sorry for stabbing him in the back, so that he won't try and, scourge the races in Arunan.
I don't think we need to have a whole life story about it.
I don't know. I figured, let's go into the details. It'd be fine.
Alright. Setting aside the part where I don't believe anything you just said, I wouldn't go down into the castle if I were you. Even I don't live in there.
How
Why?
come?
Well, it's rather occupied right now.
Monsters? Demons?
Oh,
Undead?
yes, monsters, of course. A perfectly nice set of ruins like this doesn't go unoccupied. Monsters have to live somewhere, too.
Would you be offended if we went anyway and tried to demonster it?
Not at all, but don't expect me to come down and help you.
No, that's fine. We're awesome.
As much as a favor from a princess would be useful, I don't think I could fit down there even if I wanted to.
I mean, I think of plenty of places for squeezing tight fits, and it's nothing. So, yeah, I mean, if you're okay with us still going there, we'd still love to do that. The eyes will just continually, cast across the sky.
She'll sort of tap her chin for a moment and say, "Very well, but one condition.
Okay?
If you find anything cool and magical down there, it belongs to me."
You drive a hard bargain. What about everything except for one thing if there's lots of things?
Make a persuade check.
Cool. I'll take my disadvantage.
Would anyone like to assist?
Yeah, I'll
Well,
assist.
I kind of say that, well, I understand that there's a lot of stories going around on, well, a lot of histories about dragons and their enormous aptitude and, what is it called? I think they're not lust, but penchant for amassing those magical relics and treasure. But is it possible then that we could be allowed to take maybe one or two items at most, just for the sake of betterment of the world?
Alright, make a persuade check.
Okay. I'm a burn inspiration.
It's Kreshia making it, but you can give her inspiration. Actually, no, you can't, because it will...
I mean,
Well,
helpful
already has
turn
it.
the disadvantage into
Oh,
normal
yes.
roll.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling then, just to get some gear then.
Yeah, you
Thank
can
you.
have the bardic inspiration for sure.
Or I could just fucking crit my base ass dice.
And let's see what the
Roll a
D8 can you
D8.
bring.
Roll a
Yeah, you can
D8.
bring it into a 30.
Wow.
Fucking 5.
Thank you.
Alright. So Kiri will hear you out for a moment, then. Sorry, big yawn. She will sort of cross her arms under her chest and look you all over for a moment and say, "Oh, all right. Bring me whatever items you find down there, and I'll take whichever one's most pleasing to me. You can keep the money. I have no need of it."
Thank you very much. You're too kind.
Zanza's vibrating in place, looking to Kreshia and going like, "Can I speak now?"
Look up at the storm. Okay, go ahead, sure.
Alright. If I may pick up my weapon, there's something I want to show you.
No.
It does make it harder for me. Can Zanza, bring out his hand and, summon small sparks?
Yeah, I think that's fair. If you burn a
You
key
can
point.
electrify your hands.
Yeah, you can turn your hands into lightning weapons, right?
I mean, technically I can't. I mean, I
Alright.
should be able to, but I can't.
Technically, you fucking can, so sure.
Alright, so yeah, Zanza's hands crackle with electricity, and the dragoness sort of cocks an eyebrow.
I can do kind of what you're doing, only on a limited capacity, but I want to change that. I want to be able to do this everywhere on my body. I want to become an avatar of storms. I was wondering if you couldn't help teach me how to do that.
You want to become a lightning bolt.
Or at least kind of more empowered like one, yes.
And why would I teach you anything?
Zanza stops for a second. And because we're awesome heroes and I'll do you a favor.
A favor from a hero.
As weird as this may sound to you, Sansa is a very dedicated person when it comes to anything that is involving helping, justice, and general good nature. He is very fervent in his beliefs that there is justice, there is good, and helping people. And if he's dedicated to someone, he has unwavering dedication and faith in said. May it be a demigod, a god, or in your case, a extremely powerful dragon.
I mean, I've already still sworn to Lord Sieg, to my goddess Sieg, but...
Maybe.
Your goddess
No.
Sieg.
Zanza will not.
Yes, that's his. That is his. As you can see, his proclivity because of her whole lineage from Lehnen.
Look,
So
I don't want to
he-
debate theology with strangers. That's always a cause for hurt feelings, but you know there's no goddess called Sieg, right?
Oh, there is one. She's my goddess. It's okay. We don't have to talk about her. I understand people can sometimes be a little disbelieving on the account that she's rather new and stuff.
I see, your friend's rather touched.
He is Sansa, and he is especially he is. But that doesn't make him any less of a very good person.
And I'm very capable. Just on the way here, I've already fought several Amazonian warriors in one.
Well,
He-
I'm surprised
he-
you managed to get them to stop laughing at you long enough to fight, or at least stop lusting after you.
I know, it's like really hard.
Both.
That happened both times, and they both the Queen of the Amazon and the Amazonian champion underestimated him, and that's their loss. That's why they lost to him.
Oh, you punched out Queen Ilva.
They better.
Yeah, he fucking won.
Huh.
Although that one was a closer fight.
She better not have lost because she underestimated me.
Well, that queen was a bit of a bitch when I came here the first time. Well, she was a princess then, but... Anyway, neither here nor there.
He did kick a booty.
Very well. A favor from your group of heroes. Not just you.
I mean, I suppose if it helps the world, but this is kind of a selfish request. I'm sure whatever it is, I could be able to do it by myself.
We'll hear it out. What favor would you need, Miss Carey?
No idea. I don't really need
okay.
anything right now. But as most dragons are said to accumulate wealth, I like to accumulate knowledge and favors and friends. Well, less friends these days. I've been here alone rather a long time. But still, favors from royalty and their associates.
Fuck it, sure. I'm down to help out.
I'm going to say now that while I have no reason to distrust you, and generally don't, we are heroes and we have responsibility to people. I won't do you a favor if it endangers anybody unjustly.
Oh, why would I endanger anybody?
Hmm.
I
Well, as long-
am a danger. I don't need you to go do that for me.
Suppose this is a fair point. All right, then. I have no issues with doing you a favor.
Yeah, same.
Excellent. Then the contract is sealed. Your souls all belong to me. I'm kidding. All
I was
right.
about to say, wait, what?
She just grins evilly and rubs her hands together. I'm sorry.
I do the same. I am afraid to inform you that I have already voided the warranty on mine many a time.
Well, I suggest you go down and secure this magic circle of yours first. If you want me to turn you into a storm rabbit, that might take a while.
Okay, Zanza, keep it in your thong.
All right. Oh, wait, Zanza looks down and goes like, oh, wait, you could see that?
We can feel
Everyone
it.
for about a mile around can see that, dear.
I swear this thing will fall into
Crackles with lightning energy.
Lightning pubes.
Crackle, crackle, snap. Bzzzt.
It sounds like
Would the
a
dragon like to have sex with the lightning penis?
I mean, I suppose if she wants it. No.
I
You
blink a
really
few
must
times.
know someone named Sieg. You seem to like whoring out your friends enough. The dragon
Maybe.
will circle around the party until she gets to Marcus. Paladin of Kinara. She-
Yeah, that's right. How are you doing?
I am well, thank you.
Good to hear.
I am sad to say I haven't seen many of your kind in quite some years.
Would that be humans or paladins of Kinara?
Paladins of Kinara. I'm afraid I was born far after humanity vanished. I'm
Well,
not
that's
that
a
old.
shame. But yeah, I mean, things being what they are, I suspect most of us are probably out and about, running rogs and helping people out.
Well, if you are a paladin of Kinara, then surely you could help me with something.
Well, be sure to help out. You are a good dragon, though, right?
I am the best of dragons.
Well, that's good.
Hmm.
So, what do you need?
I need something that only a true champion of the goddess of camaraderie can provide.
Is it like a blessing or something? I think I remember the broad strokes of those things.
No,
What-
nothing
what are you
so
looking for?
grand. And she'll look around, and to the rest of you, she will say over Marcus's shoulder, "Turn around a moment. Avert your eyes and ears."
Sure thing. Then I will do so,
Black
pulling my
ears?
hat hard over my ears.
Once the party is turned away, Kiri will bring her voice low and say, "I haven't had a hug in about 20 years." And she looks up at you and gives you big
Aw.
puppy dog eyes.
I think someone needs a group hug.
Oh, sure, I'd be glad to help out. I'll go forward and give her a big old bear hug.
Aww.
This is the Marcus job he's meant to do. Like, Kinara is absolutely the
Yeah.
goddess of best hugs. Like,
Yep.
she just is.
I have to go to the
That is
bathroom. real quick.
good.
The dragon literally asked Marcus for a hug.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You haven't heard anything and
Yeah,
yet.
She
We
made
were all
everyone
told to,
else
like,
turn
look
around.
away, turn around and close our ears and wait for whatever to happen.
Right, so yeah, Marcus is locked in a crushing embrace for a moment, and then she steps back, sort of takes a deep breath, and says, "All right, the rest of you can turn around."
Nobody
what I
turns
need.
around. Remember,
Oh yeah, it is a close. So,
Everyone just standing there.
yeah, we're playing this game of silence as before.
All right, she'll come around like to the front of you and tell you can, open your ears.
All right. Sure.
Oh,
Oh, better.
Yes, I have what I needed.
Excellent. I will peek at Marcus to make sure he's in one piece. Cool. Well, it's been lovely talking, but I would love to get out from underneath all of this and head on into a dangerous castle. That feels a lot safer.
I'll make sure to clear the castle extra fast so that way I can learn to become a Thunder Rabbit.
Thunder Bunny.
Thunderbun. Thunderbuns.
That his
I'm sure.
superhero name?
Thunderbuns, absolutely.
Alright, so the party finds themselves an entrance to the dungeon as Kiri takes a seat on the tree stump and watches you all descend into the darkness.
Ah, goddammit, I wanted to say something because when she was about favors and treasure and friends and be like, oh, not so much friends, but it went so fast. Oh, so fast.
Well, it's alright. So yeah, congratulations, you met a dragon and gave it a hug. Because poor little dragon hadn't had a hug in a while. And even dragons need a little bit of affection now and then. So let's do XP, shall we?
Oh,
Yay.
boy.
Did you explore a new interesting location for the first time?
Yes.
Yeah, the fucking land of storms. Also the actual depths of Lord Winter's little cast where we got to see the mirror.
Yeah. Did you discover an new and interesting truth about the world?
I discovered
Events.
Yeah, we learned about Kiri becoming the Storm Dragon Guardian of this place. We learned a bunch of shit from the mirror. Yeah, we learned a lot of info about demons, which was fun.
That is very true. Did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy?
I believe now that we've exchanged the promise of favors with the dragon, yeah.
Yeah, alright. I think the hug made her an ally, but...
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah. Marcus is best for hugs.
Yeah.
Can Marcus get inspiration?
Sure, Marcus, have
Marcus has
inspiration.
inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he always gets inspiration.
Her
It's
pappy
Marcus.
was a paladin, and she needed a paladin hug.
It's true. They're special.
Alright. Did you advance or complete a quest? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you neutralize the direct threat to the Queen's peace? None to be found.
Not really.
So,
Wow. I was gonna say the Amazons, but they got just fucked.
They aren't
Ah, ah.
They aren't a threat, yeah.
There, what we didn't really deal with a threat.
yeah.
She was making a joke about sexual intercourse.
That's true.
Well, you neutralized the threat in her pants. Alright, so 4 XP, everybody. It is May 23rd, year of our Lord 1373, on session 49. Getting up there.
So when is Sierra's birthday? That's something Kreshia would love to celebrate.
It's a good question. One that I don't have an answer to right now.
I could totally roll it if you would like.
No, it's fine. I'll make something up.
Okay.
Alright, well, thank you guys for playing, and thank you guys on stream / YouTube for watching. Hope you had some fun.